Greetings, fellow detectives. Welcome to the Hollow Stream. Miss Clue, Trials of Salem, which I think is the third Miss Clue mystery. I'm not positive, but I think that's the case, that it's the third one. Welcome, everyone. Just getting things set up a little bit. Hey, Dreamy Lynn. Welcome. How are you today? Dreamy? Hello, Musical Blonde. Happy Halloween. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Let's get all of this pulled up. What a pleasant surprise! Yay for Hollow Stream! I'm tired. Oh, I'm sorry, Dreamy. This song always likes to pop up on the streams, doesn't it? I guess it's Message in a Haunted Mansion. I was trying to play, like, spooky songs. Here, let's play this one while we get things set up. Spooky Halloween songs for a spooky stream, hopefully. Okay. There we go. All right, well, shall we get into it? You turned 22 on Thursday. That's exciting. Are you going to do anything fun for your birthday, Dreamy? Okay, let's turn that off. Turn this over. Get this up. And work. Oh no. Okay. This here. All right. Hopefully that worked. So we have Miss Clue, Trials of Salem. This one has like 6.5 chapters. They randomly had a part 2 to chapter 1, but otherwise there are 6 chapters total. So 6.5, I suppose. Okay, and it looks like that's working all right. Excellent. Let's get on into it. Miss Clue, Trials of Salem. And after every chapter, I'm going to kind of close it down.
I'm so glad you've come down. We were just talking about a distant aunt of yours.
Hello, everyone. How distant of an aunt was she, Aunt Catherine?
Actually, not all that distant. She was the daughter of Edward Darcy and Caroline Villiers. I believe we still have a portrait of them somewhere in the attic.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk to her. Can you guys hear the audio of the game okay? Hi, Skylarville. Can't attend most of the stream, but thought you'd drop in to say hi. Well, thank you for dropping in. It's so nice to see you.
That sounds intriguing.
More than intriguing, Edward took both Caroline and their daughter, who shares your name, with him on a business trip to New England in 1692. It does seem the Darcy men often make the most unusual decisions.
Where about New England did business take them?
He was going to Boston, and it involved setting up some shipping arrangements.
That seems rather adventurous. Did they get caught up in the Indian uprisings which the French were provoking at the time?
Oh no, nothing so prosaic. It could have turned out to be a rather uneventful business trip if Edward had not agreed to let his daughter Jane go with her friend Beth here, the granddaughter of Thomas Danforth, to visit the Bradburys in Salem.
Wasn't Danforth the lieutenant governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony?
He had been for years, but had recently stepped down. A William Phipps had just been appointed governor, and a man named Stoughton was selected as lieutenant governor. Both were colonists, and it turned out to be a very poor choice.
I don't recall the Bradburys.
Thomas Bradbury was a nephew and agent of Sir Ferdinando Horges, the founder of all New England. Of course, the Horges family and his mother's family, the Lygons, had been connected with the Darcys since the 1300s.
Is it better now, the audio? Thank you guys for letting me know. I do not have to pay for the games, Dreamy, through Virtual Family Kingdom. I don't know what's different about that. I think it depends on where you get the games, but I can get them for free on virtualfamilykingdom.com.
This does sound fascinating, but what happened to make the trip so eventful?
This is something that you will find of particular interest, Jane, as the stories surrounding 1692 are only preserved by the families who experienced them.
Why would that be?
Because once the madness of the moment in Salem had passed, there was a concerted effort to destroy all the official documents surrounding what happened.
Yeah, because people were embarrassed by their awful behavior.
What caused the madness?
A number of things, but one of the strangest occurred during the summer of 1692. According to Mr. Upham, a lecturer in America, it was believed that evil spirits had been seen by men's bodily eyes in a town neighboring Salem. They glided over the fields, hovered around the houses, appeared, vanished, and reappeared on the outskirts of the woods in the vicinity of Gloucester. Their movements were observed by many of the inhabitants, and the whole population of the Cape was kept in a state of agitation and alarm in consequence of the mysterious phenomena for 3 weeks. The inhabitants retired to their garrison and put themselves in a state of defense against the diabolical besiegers. 60 men were dispatched from Ipswich in military array to reinforce the garrison, and several valiant sallies were made from its walls. Much powder was expended, but no corporeal or incorporeal blood was shed. Additionally, the Reverend John Emerson, the then minister of Gloucester Parish, tells us in his journal that all rational persons will be satisfied that Gloucester was not alarmed last fall for above a fortnight together by real French and Indians. But the devil and his agents were the cause of all the molestation which at this time befell the town. It was all a quite dreadful time for our settlers in New England. So it was that in the midst of this tale in 1692, that many good people were accused of being witches and in league with the devil.
Did no one try to put a stop to the hysteria?
Many. In fact, most of the people signed petitions seeking to dismiss verdicts and stop the trials. To his credit, Mr. Danforth objected to the trials strenuously and acted to stop them whenever possible.
If the trials were so objected to, who was instigating them?
The trials were principally driven by 2 hateful men, Judge Jonathan Corwin and the Lieutenant Governor Stoughton, who also acted as a judge at the trials. Even family members who came to the defense of a loved one ran the serious risk of also being charged with witchcraft and imprisoned.
Wow, this story is boring. Yeah, it's a lot of exposition all at once. I don't know how on earth they expect us to remember all this. I'm going to try and get the audio up a little bit more, like maybe right here for the game. Hopefully that'll be better for you guys if I put it there. Right there. Okay, let's see how that goes.
Aside from being a witness to this madness, did my Aunt Jane involve herself in any way?
Indeed. There does seem to be something about the Darcy girls, who carry the name of Jane, becoming caught up in the strangest events. Shortly after arriving in Salem, our dear Jane witnessed...
Witch! We have arrived only just in time. Mary Bradbury has already been convicted of a witch and sentenced to be hanged. Today I was present at the trials of 9 more. Where will this end? They have arrested over 150 people now, and the jail is overflowing. But having the jail full has not stopped them. They are now paying people to keep prisoners locked up in their chicken coops and other outbuildings. Mr. Bradbury, Mary's husband, is also staying here at the Ingersoll Ordinary, which is a surprisingly well-run inn. He has his granddaughter Janie True here with him, who is doing an excellent job of looking after him and trying to keep his spirits up. Mary is 75, and her husband is older, so this entire experience has been a terrible strain on both of them. On a brighter note, our trip here took about a day, and Bethia is a wonderful traveling companion. Her brother Samuel drove the cart and was so adept at handling the team that we had no difficulty whatsoever. After spending the night here in the inn, Samuel had to leave before sunrise this morning to pick up some cargo for his grandfather, Mr. Danforth. Samuel is charming, but somewhat mysterious at times. He seems to be often deeply concerned about something. It looks like we will have a long day tomorrow, and I have some ideas of my own which I would like to investigate. As it is late, I will try to get a good night's sleep so that I have all my wits about me for the day ahead.
Well, that was a lot of talking.
What's that?
What? Oh. 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 Oh no. That's much better. Thank you so much. Okay, good. Hey guys. Hello, HP Hippogriff. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Did I ask for a history class? A spooky window. A ghost.
I'm not sure what I just saw, but it is odd.
Also, your accent is super inconsistent, Jane.
That makes me feel safer. But from what? I'm not sure. The window was banging and the curtains were fluttering, and yet, looking out the window, I don't see any sign of a storm at all. So what did cause the window to slam shut?
Time to get back under the covers. Gonna lurk for a bit? Okay, Dreamy, sounds good. Grab the kitty, grab the kitty. I don't know if anyone thinks that this would be fun, but I do have a, bingo that I made, an online bingo that makes fun of this game, kinda, sorta, like, finding things that happen in the game. So we could play bingo if we wanted to. I could always drop that link in the chat if you guys wanted a bingo card. But that's totally optional. We definitely don't have to do that. Okay, Miss Clue's room, so we could go back to bed. I just want to look at stuff.
'Tis locked.
'Tis locked! Oh no, it's not. It is locked. It's 'tis locked. It's locked.
'Tis locked.
'Tis locked. Gosh, this is so weird. Best set to start the game with all that dialogue. Maybe they're following suit with the game that shall not be named. It seems like it, because this is definitely a ripoff of the game that shall not be named.
La, a typical New England day. Dull, grey, and overcast.
La, a typical New England day. Okay, but the navigation is so much better, and the location actually looks really good. Like, I am kind of impressed, honestly. I'm not mad at it by any means. It's kind of pretty. So what else do we need to do? We can look at this chest.
I'm glad I listened to Bethia and brought fashions which match the customs of the Puritans here in Salem. The latest styles from England would certainly stand out here.
Uh-huh, okay.
I'd best not choose this one, as wearing black is one of the reasons they have used for accusing someone of being a witch.
Okay, we shouldn't wear black.
Perfect choice for a day like today.
Oh, okay, perfect choice.
Perfect. Ready for the day.
We put on a bonnet. Oh, a knock at the door. Who beeth there? Hello?
Bethia, you are certainly a bright spot on a cloudy day.
Thank you so much. Isn't the weather dreary?
Do you guys recognize the voice?
Without a doubt.
Miss Janie True is downstairs, and I was thinking we should go down and visit with her. She probably could use someone to talk to.
The voice of Bethia, does it sound familiar?
An excellent idea.
I'm going to stop by my room for just a moment, and then I will join you.
You don't have to rush. I'll go down now.
I'll go down. Okay, I'll close my door again and then go again. Why did I close my door on her? On Bethia. Today's your
Miss
anniversary
True.
with your
How
honey.
are you this
8
morning?
years.
As well as can be expected. I didn't sleep much last night.
That's certainly understandable. How is your grandfather holding up?
He is working with several other men to collect petitions on behalf of my grandmother as to her character and position in the community.
Also the voice of Janie. Nancy? Exactly, HP Hippogriff. So, one of the things that I think is absolutely hilarious about this game Not only is it a ripoff of Midnight in Salem that was released before Midnight in Salem came out, while Her Interactive was fumbling and unable to get a game completed, Miss Clue completed this game and released it, and they got Lonnie Minella to do the voices for over half the characters in this game. So Lonnie Minella is voicing like practically all the characters in this. It's so funny. Who's trick-or-treating tonight? Our state has been advised to probably not have trick-or-treating tonight, so Mr. WizardKitten and I will be doing a night in without giving out candy tonight. But it should be fun. We're going to watch, like, Great Pumpkin. We're going to watch Ichabod and Mr. Toad, all the good stuff. Happy Halloween, everyone! Happy Halloween, Lindsay. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? The shade, right? I love it.
That is a very positive step.
Oh, I'm afraid it may not be enough. Others have collected similar petitions and yet were still executed. I understand that they have set the date of execution for 4 days from now.
With so many people against this, how can it be happening?
There are 2 wicked judges, Corwin and Stoughton, who are causing all of the problems. The judges call innocent people evil witches, but it is the judges who are actually evil. In fact, the judges are the ones who are taken with madness and now appear to revel in the executions. If there are any contracts with the devil, you will find the judges' names upon them.
I wonder how Lonnie felt having to read this, like, really not very good script.
From what little I know and have heard since arriving in the new world, I cannot argue with your conclusion. My family is staying with Mr. Danforth in Boston, and he also shares your opinion.
It is the new charter brought back from England that has permitted the creation of the Court of Oyer and Termina, which has called for the executions.
This is also strange, as I am certain that executions for being a witch have been outlawed, at least in England.
Exactly, and yet my grandmother will be executed in just 4 days. It is madness.
Anyone else notice how big her hands are compared to the rest of her body?
Where is your grandmother held?
She is held in a private jail, which only adds insult to our case, as the jail is a barred room in Judge Corwin's carriage house, which means he will be able to reimburse himself handily from the public purse for the time she is held there. Disgusting man.
She was probably just so pissed that she didn't care. I'm sure that's probably what happened. It was just definitely a screw you to her interactive.
Which house is Judge Corwin's?
It is the first house on the left as you enter Salem town, but no one is allowed to visit any of the prisoners.
I wasn't exactly thinking about asking permission to visit, but I did have some other ideas.
It seems at this point we would need a miracle.
So
Sometimes
cheeky.
it is difficult to know exactly what is needed, but finding that can make all the difference. Ah, here's Bethia.
It looks like you two have been getting on quite well this morning. I'm so pleased to see that you are holding up so well, Janie. Fairly well, but with everything happening so fast, it's hard to believe 'tis all real.
When I talk to somebody, I like to stand right next to them and not look them in the eyes whatsoever. Played this one a while back. Spoiler alert, no musical number at the end. I know, isn't it disappointing, Lindsay? At least you get to pick out on the candy. Exactly, it's all for us.
Yesterday I heard that Rebecca Preston is taken ill.
I heard the same thing. She's also still suffering from having just lost her dear mother, Rebecca Nurse, to the wicked actions of Stoughton.
And with her unwell, she has been unable to make candles her family depends on to trade for essentials like flax and fish. So, I was thinking it could be an act of charity if we were to go over and make the candles for her today.
What a good idea. If we go now, we should have plenty of time. I wish I could go with you, but I need to wait here for my grandfather to return.
Don't give it a thought. We will fill you in on all the details when we return.
I've known Rebecca for some time, so we can just go in without bothering her, in case she is asleep.
Well, then that's decided. All that's left is to get to work.
I think Rebecca has commitments for 30 candles
The song
and
is
5
back.
friendship candles. If I remember correctly, she keeps the candle-making supplies in the box to the right of the fireplace.
It's the formula for danger song.
Perfect.
If you would like to go ahead and start, I will go and look in on Rebecca and see if she needs anything.
I do hope she's feeling better.
It's the song. Also, it's very Halloween-y in the town on Virtual Family Kingdom today. Like I said, in order to reduce lag, I'm going to log in and out after each chapter. So I'm going to log out real quick and then log back in while I keep the loading screen up. So I appreciate your guys' patience while I do so. I'll put on some Water's Edge music. That's spooky. Thankfully, that didn't take long at all. All right. And we're back with chapter 1.5. Because, again, I think they wanted to release the first chapter right away just to, like, show Nancy Drew fans, like, see, we can get our Salem game out first. Ours is actually coming out.
I think Rebecca has commitments for 30 candles and 5 friendship candles. If I remember correctly, she keeps the candle-making supplies in the box to the right of the fireplace.
Perfect.
If you would like to go ahead and start, I will go and look in on Rebecca and see if she needs anything.
I do hope she's feeling better.
I will say the puzzles in this game are actually very fun. I really enjoy the activities in the puzzles. And again, the environments are really good. Where do you get the Nancy Drew soundtracks? I downloaded them years ago off of the Her Interactive website. They probably still sell them. They weren't very expensive either, but I have all of them downloaded. You can also find them on YouTube, but I have the official ones from the Her Interactive website. Hello, Amanda. Happy Halloween. Welcome to the Hollow stream. How are you doing today? We are just about to make candles, which again, quite fun. Okay, so we have the pot of wax, it looks like. We have water. She said the supplies were to the right of the fireplace. Do we get directions? Okay, good. Candle recipe. Fill a large pot with water and hang it in the fireplace. Take a stout piece of wood, place it across the pot. Place a smaller pot with handles in the large pot, supported by handles on the lip of the pot and piece of wood. Place the wax in the small pot, allow it to melt. Add a small amount of bayberry wax. Cut the wick to length of 2 candles plus about 4 inches. Dip each end of wick in melted wax and stick to a small pebble. Okay. So we got that, we've got the wicks, we've got whatever that thing is, we got whatever that is, and we've got some scissors. Good. This is very user-friendly, and I appreciate it. So now we go over here.
Well, we're off to a good start. This pot is filled with water and it's already hot.
Awesome. Absolutely adored Yumi and Mel's apartments. Will you put them on the gallery? Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed them. Yes, I should put those on the gallery, shouldn't I? I'm going to make a note to myself. Apartments are weird to upload because you have to upload them as a room, and I've actually never done that before. But I will write myself a note to upload Yumi and Mel's apartments. And I don't think I've uploaded the Bog Hut yet either. And I don't know if I've uploaded the town square, so I'm very much behind on uploads. Town square and Bog Hut. I made myself a list of all of the recreations that I still have to do, and I actually have fewer than I thought, except a lot of the ones that I still have to do are huge. So I still have to do Wickford Castle, Beach Hill, Blackmore Manor. I have to do something from Phantom of Venice, but I don't know how easy the Ka Nascosta would be to replicate in The Sims, especially since we barely see any of it. I have to do Dread Isle. I have to do Castle Finster, which, again, huge. I need to do something from Tomb of Lost Queen, the Technology of Tomorrow Lab, Thornton Hall, and I want to do the Hathorn House from Midnight in Salem, too. She said I needed to put a piece of wood over the top. Do I have to get a piece of wood from over here? Aha, I do. Okay, so we put this here. How is everybody doing? Doing all right. Been really busy working at Spirit Halloween, getting ready to move into your brand new home. Oh my gosh, that does sound busy. Working in a Halloween store in October and getting ready to move? Oof. I hope it's going well. Did you find the Great Pumpkin yet? We're watching the Great Pumpkin tonight. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to this stream. How are you? Haven't exactly looked either, though. They're using the same music. Isn't it awful? It's so upsetting. It's like, no, why? Wait, not this one? Do I use this one?
That should work.
That should work. Okay. And then she said, hang a small pot. Oh, I see. Like that. And then didn't she say fill this
That's not right.
with water?
That's not right.
No, fill it with wax. This kind of wax, probably.
I love the smell of beeswax melting.
It smells a bit like warm honey. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. This song, it's back. You could reimagine what Tatsuo's lair looks like. Oh, that would be fun. The Casa de Gyochi, the game house, that would be fun. And that would be a good Sims lot too, because Sims need more places to actually like play games. That would be fun. Little Simsy shows in her apartment videos how to upload. You have to take one wall out of each of the individual rooms so the gallery recognizes it as one room. Do you think it would be best to take them out as, like, take the doors out for each room? Or just a random wall? Does sound like a small list, but a small list of big things. Exactly. Was procuring a pumpkin spice latte and it took so long. That is a very important errand, though,
That
and I
should
fully
add
support
just
it.
the right amount of fragrance.
Just the right amount of fragrance. Okay, and then she said I have to,
That's not right.
do I have to clip them first? Do I have to, like, trim the strings? Do I put this in? Aha. Oh, okay, good. And then I put this in.
It looks like the wax is melted enough. I'll dip the end of the wick, and then it should stick to the pebble.
Okay. Dip. Oh, wait, do I put the pebbles on first?
All set.
Okay, and then it'll stick to the end of the pebbles. Would also love the bog hut and town square. Okay, good. I have my list. I'll try to remember to do that today. Somebody commented, too, that the
Now
town
to
square
cool them.
wasn't uploaded, and I needed to do that as well.
That's not right.
Now to cool them? With the water?
Ready for another dip.
Oh, I see. Well, this is super satisfying.
5 more to go.
5 more dips to go? This looks cool. I like it.
Twice more.
Have you made the Ryokan? I have made the Ryokan, and then The Sims
Once
decided
more.
to release The Sims 4 Snowy Escape, which would have been perfect. So I am gonna
She's
do a
done.
renovation
Now
of
to
the
cut off the
Ryokan.
pebbles.
Once I have that pack, I'm going to do a full renovation. Now to cut off the pebbles
Now to place the candles on the drying stick.
on the drying
Now to
stick.
start on the next batch.
Cute.
That
Oh.
didn't take as long as I thought it might. All finished.
It looks like you are already done. That was quick.
Lil Simsy did a random wall from what you've seen, but you're sure taking the doors out would be perfectly fine. Okay, cool.
Yes, everything went very smoothly. Rebecca has her candle making very well organized.
Most of these candles go to places nearby, but one set goes to that hateful Jonathan Corwin. I dread taking those.
We did make candles.
If you can deliver the ones nearby, I would be glad to bring the ones to Corwin's.
Oh, that would be great. My brother Samuel has a couple of horses stabled at the ordinary. The black one with the white blaze is named Runner, and you can take him. There is tack next to his stall for the cart you can use.
Nothing could be better. I feel like a ride and would like to take a look at Corwin's place anyway.
Done. You take care of Corwin, and I will take care of the rest of the deliveries, and we'll straighten up everything here.
Then I will meet you back at the ordinary. Take care.
You too.
Thank you, Bethia.
The harness is probably in the check room.
In the tack room. So busy, but I love your creativity and love to play in your creations. Oh, thank you, Musical Blonde. That's so nice. It looks amazing. You guys are too kind. Yay, renovation, right? If I had known they were going to release the Snowy Escape, I wouldn't have built the Ryokan yet. Because it's so perfect. There's so many items. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Well, that's unfortunate. Fire! Okay. Loading screen. Well, I log in and out to prevent lag. Seeing this Halloween screen makes me super excited for the Halloween event in Animal Crossing tonight. I am so ready. My player is dressed up as a zombie. I am so ready to see all of my villagers in their adorable costumes and to give them candy. Cannot wait. The Ryokan will be awesome. I'm really excited to renovate it. I mean, the hot springs item, the showers, the buckets that you're supposed to use to pour water over yourself before you enter a hot spring, which Nancy doesn't do, by the way. Nancy is flouting tradition. Not cool, Nancy, because she doesn't shower before she goes into the hot springs. Tisk tisk, Nancy. Tisk tisk. Okay, chapter 2. Making good progress, honestly. Lonnie! I know, the Lonnie Manila shade is pretty great. New pack looks incredible. I hope the gameplay isn't shallow. I watched the Sims 4 live stream yesterday, and it looks amazing. Like, the gameplay also looks amazing. And I'm so excited.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I must make haste, or the barn will be lost.
Okay,
It's locked from the other side.
I'm locked in. Okay, that's not good. So glad you're open to renovating to include the new pack. Yeah, it's just too perfect. Aha, a blanket to douse the flames, probably. That would make sense. That also looks like a saddle, so at least I know where that is. Anything that I can use to jimmy the lock? From the other side. It's locked. 'Tis locked, as Janie would say. I love that it's not Jane, it's Janie.
These won't work.
What do you mean they won't
These
work?
won't work.
Okay. Janie, whatever your name is.
That won't help.
That won't help. Okay.
That won't help.
We are going to, burn in a blaze of glory.
This ought to work.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Going to be awesome. You're working tonight, but you're dressing up as a midnight fairy. That sounds so cool. Love that idea. Okay. So now we can open the door. And now I'm guessing we have to, like, douse the fire. Are we just flaming it? We're fanning the flames. Oh no, the horsies! Oh no. Is there water anywhere? Oh no, the horse is inside. Oh no, that's so sad. Another chance. No, that's not what I meant to do. This room oddly looks like Tex's workshop in Shadow Ranch. It sure does. Nice little Shadow Ranch ripoff. Nice little Midnight in Salem ripoff. Already moving along nicely with our ripoffs. Oh my god, no, the horses.
This ought to work.
Greetings, Book Dragon. Not too late at all. We have been streaming for about half an hour now. Thanks for reminding me about the live stream. I'll check that out. Yes, like the snowboarding and the skiing and the sledding actually looks so fun. I love that you can watch them do it the whole time. It's not a rabbit hole or anything. Okay. Like, I feel like this is just not a good idea. Right? Like, that's not doing anything helpful. Oh, it is.
Close.
Okay. So I was actually supposed to do that. Good to know. Good to know. Hi, horsies. Are you okay?
You're a fine-looking horse.
You're a fine-looking horse, but you're not Bob. You're not Bob either.
You're a pretty boy.
I think this is the one we're supposed to ride. Runner. I suppose I'm supposed to try and get, like, a saddle for him and some riding gear. I don't think a fire would actually get put out that way, right? It doesn't make sense. I'm just fanning the flames on dry straw. I really don't think that would help. Okay, so there's like the bridle part. What else? We probably don't need any of these. Was there a saddle? Is this something we need? Okay, not something we need. In here, do we need this? No, we just needed to move it to get the blanket. So I guess let's try this thing. Hopefully this is enough. The winter sports seemed so neat. Yes, and it's something that's never been done in The Sims before. Like, we've never had in any Sims game sledding, skiing, or snowboarding. So I think that's very cool. I love how new it is.
You're a pretty boy.
Here, put this
Come
on.
on, boy. Time to get some exercise.
And
There, now to fasten the buckles.
the lifestyles and sentiments that they're adding too just look so cool. The platform, so we can finally do split leveling. Like, it's gonna open up building so much. And I am very excited. Okay, I gotta tighten this a la Shadow Ranch.
All set.
Very nice, all set. Jane, we're all set. Do something, Jane. Do we have to get in the cart? Get in the cart. Here we go. Gameplay does look awesome. Watch Diligracy play a bit and looks great. Yes, her first episode of her Let's Play she released yesterday, and I love it. Also, look at these autumn leaves. Like, this game is doing fall right.
If I'm not mistaken, this place might brighten Janie's spirits. I will have to suggest we come here this evening.
It is very pretty. Still better than Midnight in Salem somehow. Even though it's free. For Halloween, our neighborhood is doing a socially distanced parade so the kids can dress up and get candy, but in a safe way. Pets can be in the parade too. That's such a good idea.
This is the haunt of the notorious Judge Jonathan Corwin.
Also, that's what Hathorn House probably should have looked like. Just saying. Can't wait for that part especially. Yes. So pumped. Hello?
Who might you be, and what do you want?
You're like unattractive Snape. Ew.
My name is Jane Darcy, and I am delivering candles from Rebecca Preston.
Well, give them here.
Rude.
These are not the same weight as usual. Nor are they as strong of bayberry. Tell your friend Rebecca Preston she had better be more careful if she expects a full measure of my pay in return.
You're a jerk.
Yes, sir. I will make sure to let her know.
Also inform Rebecca Preston I will expect the usual delivery of cakes the day after tomorrow, even though my family is visiting in Boston.
I will tell her of your requirements.
This guy's a creep and a jerk. I would tell her of your requirements. Look at these trees. Ugh. Midnight in Salem could never.
I wish I could think of some excuse for talking with the groom in Corwin's carriage house. If there were just something wrong with my tack, I could ask the groom to fix it.
So I'm supposed to vandalize my own tack?
If I loosen this trace, I could lead my horse over and tell the groom the trace is loose and ask him to fix it. I believe I should offer him a sovereign for his aid. It might be just what he needs.
Do I have a sovereign? Is a sovereign money? Also, why can't you just fix it,
I
Jane?
should pay attention to the horse. I don't want Corwin to see me walking around.
do like the intense music. Is it a ghost pig? Ghost pig! That's fantastic. This game is great, so surprising. Right? It is surprisingly good. Does this game end in a musical number? It does not. Forever Insane. Welcome, by the way. It's so nice to see you. Just ripping the other games, but they're actually spilling the tea on Midnight in Salem. Exactly. Version of Salem is better than the version in Mid. I agree.
How can I help you?
I was just riding past, and my trace has come loose. I was wondering if you could help me with it.
Sure, let me take a look.
Thank you. I am so glad you happened to be here.
Well, I have to stick pretty close to the carriage house these days. We have one of those witches locked up over there.
He says nonchalantly.
Really? Are you ever frightened by having a witch so close?
No, not me. I don't put much stock in that witch stuff.
You certainly are brave.
Not that much to be brave about. Just some old woman we have locked up over there in that room with the bar across the door.
Does anything unusual ever happen?
Not really, but there has been this blue boar coming out of the woods occasionally, but I couldn't catch her.
That doesn't sound very unusual.
No, but besides that, everything's been pretty boring.
Have you worked for the Corwins very long?
About 3 years. They're all right, but do take some getting used to.
I suppose that's the way it is with a lot of folk.
There, your tack is all set.
Thank you so much. Let me give you something for your trouble.
A sovereign? No, that's not necessary. Glad to help.
But I insist. I really don't know what I would have done without you.
Well, I do have a chance to go to the ship's tavern the night after tomorrow, and this would make for a fine time.
I'm back. Welcome back, Dreamy.
Good. Then it's settled, and thank you so much for the help.
I have to finish some work in the last stall now, so take care of yourself.
This guy looks terrifying. He does look a little strange.
You too, and thanks again.
His eyes. I mean, that was definitely Jane just playing the helpless girl thing, which I don't necessarily like. It's like, let me just unloosen this trace and pretend that I don't know how to tighten, like, a belt loop. Like, come on, Jane. Oh, it's the ghost pig. Uh-oh, angry ghost pig. Is it angry? What am I supposed to do with that? Just see him? Okay. Bye, angry ghost pig. See you later. Okay, I missed so much. There's a ghost pig.
You're a
I mean, it's
fine
kinda
horse
glowing.
runner. Let's put you back in your stall.
So naturally it has to be a ghost, right? If it's glowing. Greetings, my history girl. Happy Halloween to you too. So sorry I haven't been to a stream in ages. Oh gosh, no worries at all. So happy to see you though. How have you been? How have you been? Okay, we'll close this. Put the horse back. And I guess we can go outside.
I should probably give Runner some grain.
Oh, okay, we want to feed the horse first. Got it. Fair enough. It's a good horse. Deserves some grain. Do I have to get the bucket first, probably? I'm not just gonna, like, carry the pail over. Give me a bucket. There we go. Haha, good thinking ahead. WizardKitten, pat yourself on the back there. For remembering the basic order, the basic sequencing of events. Well done. Just want to note that there is more than one song in the soundtrack. Progress. Exactly. We have had 3 songs now. We did repeat the Formula for Danger soundtrack, but so far so good. None of them are like screaming witch or Salem to me. That's the thing. Like, the soundtracks themselves in the Miss Clue games are very much generic, royalty-free soundtracks. But they
Here
are
some
making
grain for
progress,
you.
which is
the
good.
The groom will be out shortly to give you a rub down.
The groom will be out shortly to give you a rub down. Okay, so there's your food. What is your guys' favorite Nancy Drew soundtrack? I'm thinking of doing a new Nancy Drew analysis video at some point on soundtracks, but I'm also trying to figure out a way to objectively rank the soundtracks, because I can't just be like, this soundtrack is the best because I like it the most, because musical taste is so varied. So I'm trying to think of an objective way to do that. I'm still working on the behind the scenes for that one. The one from Formula for Danger is probably the spookiest. Purely because we've heard it so much and it's now just ingrained in our minds as, like, spooky. The pretty fall leaves. It's so beautiful. I love it. Love the idea of doing analysis video on soundtrack. Yes. Ugh, the music in the Nancy Drew games are just so good. It now haunts me. Heading into work in a couple of hours, Amanda. On this Halloween day. Find Shadow Ranch soundtrack most memorable for some reason. I do think that is a very successful soundtrack. Would love that video, second that. Too bad there's no creepy song at the end. I made it! Hello, Aspie. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Literally couldn't stop hearing it for at least 2 days. Honestly, maybe a week. It does certainly get stuck in the brain. It is an earworm for sure. It's just like an Inside Out when the gum song memory keeps popping into her head. I absolutely love that joke. Favorite soundtrack is Waverly, but I don't know if that's just because I love the game. Exactly, me too. Like, I'm trying to suss out my subjectivity because the Waverly soundtrack is just glorious. New to your channel, but I love the soundtrack for Crystal Skull. Hello, Jenna. Welcome to the stream. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel and all. The Crystal Skull soundtrack is very good. It definitely evokes the game, which I think is important. Like, it has to remind me where I am and what the mood of the game is. Kind of hard to separate the game from the soundtrack. I'm thinking of making Mr. WizardKitten sit down and listen to every soundtrack and, like, tell me where he thinks it's from and what the mood of the game is. And then if he, like, can get it right, then I'll know that that's probably a good soundtrack. You know what I mean? I like the final scene a lot, too. It's so spooky, but totally gets that theater idea across.
How has your day been, Janie?
Rather uneventful. I haven't heard from my grandfather all day.
You're so nice, Sarah. Thank you.
That is a good sign. He is surely still collecting signatures.
I certainly hope it's a good sign. I can't tell you how worried I am about my grandmama, Mary.
Like them all, to be honest. I know, right? I associate them with their games a lot. I think Old Clock, Water's Edge, Ghost Dogs, and Crystal Skull are particularly memorable, for sure. I totally see that. Best music for gameplay is Thornton Hall, perfect with its suspense, the uneasy feeling, and Charlotte's song is both sweet and depressing. Totally agree. Love the Ghost of Thornton Hall soundtrack as well. Ooh, smart. Does it capture the feel as a way of analyzing it? Yeah. I wonder if I can get Mr. WizardKitten to listen to hours of Nancy Drew music. Probs not, but we'll see.
I delivered the candles from Rebecca Preston to Judge Corwin. He is not a cordial man.
He's not a cordial
on
man.
That we can agree.
He is not cordial at all. Just say it what it is, Janie. He's a jerk. We all know it.
I did get a chance to talk to the groom who works in the carriage house where your grandmama is being held prisoner.
Do you have any news?
Not specifically, but things have a way of coming together in the most unexpected ways. The groom did mention one interesting thing. He said that he had seen a blue boar several times, and I also saw one while I was there.
A blue boar? That is quite interesting. 13 years ago, Mr. Carr and Mr. Endicott were conspiring to get the better of my grandparents in a business deal and claimed that a blue boar made Mr. Carr's horse stumble. He then had the temerity to claim my grandmother had turned herself into the blue boar and caused the mischief.
No one could believe that.
Not only could someone believe that, but they have. These same two men testified to this at my grandmother's trial.
I think we know where the evil lies in this case.
Without a doubt.
As my father says, evil deeds come from evil thoughts.
So it does.
Ah, here's Bethia.
All of the candles are delivered, and I have received nothing but compliments on them. Jane, you have a natural knack for candle making.
I am so pleased.
I know this has placed Rebecca's mind at ease, which should help her recover more quickly.
You're so nice, Amanda. Thank you. He'll tie to his chair and do an interrogation, right? Greetings, Soap. Welcome. Need to sew a full dress start to finish, so you'll probably just be lurking, but it's so nice to see you all. Well, enjoy your lurk, Soap. It sounds very Secret of the Old Clock of you, doing a nice sewing of a dress. That's fantastic. So cool that you can do that, by the way. Like, that's amazing. Playing The Sims 2 and you spent 5,200 simoleons on clothes for my teen girl. Yes, I approve. That sounds like a wonderful shopping spree.
That 'tis good news indeed.
I believe they will have supper set very soon. We should get ready.
Great idea. I'm famished. Walking all over and delivering the candles has definitely improved my appetite.
Oh, you like the
Cook they
Midnight in
have here
Salem
at the Ordinary is
soundtrack.
excellent. I rarely enjoyed our supper.
Indeed. If I stayed here very long, I would gain 10 pounds.
We should take in a walk before retiring for the evening.
Yes, a little night air would be refreshing. Supper was pleasant, but a breath of fresh air would be welcome.
I'm not sure I would be the best company. I think I will just remain here.
I think the Midnight in Salem soundtrack I like when it's outside of the game. Like, if I listen to it just on its own, I like the way it sounds. So I totally see what you're saying, Aspie. Some of your favorite soundtracks are Treasure in the Royal Tower, Ghost Dogs, Last Train. Really hard question, though, right? They're all so good. Does this sound a little like Lonnie? That's because it is Lonnie. It's Lonnie Manella. She did this, I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but for those of you that have joined a little bit later, this game, it throws a ton of shade at Her Interactive in two key ways. One, they released a Salem-themed game while Her Interactive was clearly working on Midnight in Salem and failing to get it out on time. Miss Clue released this game during that time period, and they also got Lonnie Manella to voice over half the characters, or at least like half of the female characters in this game. She did the grandmother at the beginning in the whole like history video. She does both of these two women, and it definitely was a like stick it to Her Interactive kind of thing for sure. Which is the tea, the shade is so good. The chick in the green dress. A flowy black dress with huge puffy sleeves, very witchy. That sounds gorgeous, Soap. Really enjoying the Sims builds? Oh, I'm so glad, Jenna. I have so much fun doing the Sims builds. Thornton Hall and Sea of Darkness. Yes, very, very good. OMG, okay, I was late. No worries at all. I think that is Lonnie. Yes. I was like, am I hearing things? I thought I recognized the voice. Lonnie is known as the Queen of Voices, so I think this game would be a challenge. Yeah, it's like this one, Bethia, is Nancy's voice just straight up, and then this one is Nancy's voice but pitched slightly higher.
I do think you should come. It will brighten your spirits, and we might encounter a moment where you could be particularly helpful.
You may be right. I think I will come.
With that settled, I know just the spot. I noticed it earlier today, and with any luck this should be the perfect time to enjoy its magic. The moon is waxing half full, so we should have no difficulty finding our way.
A modern Mel Brooks. Gosh, I love Mel Brooks. Aha, we have finished Chapter 2. Alright. You have successfully completed Chapter 2. I'm going to put on our loading screen while I log out and log back in to prevent lag. Ooh. I love the spooky ghost noises are so over the top, and I love it. Logging back in. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long. It's pretty quick to log in and out. And it will make our gameplay experience a lot less frustrating, as we have learned from previous streams. It's pretty painful once it starts to lag. All right, and we are back. Someday I will have 2 monitors, and things like this will be easier. Part of it is I have to figure out space for 2 monitors because I have such a tiny desk. I am very cozy in here. Okay, Chapter 3. Okay, out we go on a walk. I like our cloaks.
This way. Follow me.
Okay. I see you, Miss Clue. I see you using a song that actually kind of evokes the mood of what we're doing. Good for you. Proud of you.
We are in luck.
What are we supposed to see?
If we watch these buds for just a bit, they could have a surprise in store for us. I have a cousin who returned from India this spring and showed me some sketches of this plant. He said that it is called a datura or moonflower and has been used for over 5,000 years for its medicinal properties. But you have to be very careful because it can also be poisonous. Because it can be used for both good and bad, they have placed it in the category of witches' weeds. I think we are about to be rewarded for our patience. Look!
Beautiful. Nothing short of magical. I can see how they get their name. That is so special.
They have a charming fragrance also. See what you think.
Yes, I noticed that right off.
The fragrance is supposed to instill you with both confidence and hope, and give you a sense that almost anything is possible.
Thank you so much for bringing us here. I feel much better than I did this afternoon.
There is one more thing, while there is still some magic in the air, that I would like to show you.
How exciting.
This is a cute little sequence. Your favorites are Old Clock, Shadow Ranch, Haunted Mansion, and Blue Moon Canyon. All excellent. Totally agree. Sorry for being quiet. I'm making avo toast, but I'm listening. Of course, Sarah. You've got to have your avo toast. I understand. I understand fully. How many games has Miss Clue released? They released Formula for Danger, Secret of the Haunted Garden, this one, Trials of Salem, Perils in Pemberley, which I believe is the only one you can't get for free, and Crew's Most Deadly. So I think 5? I think 5. I love how petty Lonnie is. I know. It's great. The magic of nature, right? This little sequence is actually very cute. I'm actually very into this. It's cute. It's sweet. The flowers are pretty. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I saw it. Oh, that is a very sensitive area.
I was right. This looked like the perfect spot to find foxfire.
What is causing that?
It is caused by a fungus that grows on decaying wood.
It is bright enough to read by its light.
We are fortunate. Sometimes it glows only but dimly. If I put these two halves back together, it should be convenient to carry, and I think this may be just what we need before too long. I suppose we should get back, as it is starting to get cloudy again.
Leftover spaghetti and meatballs? Yum.
Oh, look. I think that owl is injured. Let me see.
It's the parrot all over again.
That was very kind.
How did you do that? It seems to be a gift that the women in our family can sometimes help an animal if it's injured. I think it is one of the reasons that my grandmother has been accused of being a witch. In fact, this is the first time since all this started I've had the confidence to actually help in this way.
It does seem that people often reject what they don't understand, or things that are special.
That is so true. The very ones who seek your aid when in need are the ones most likely to turn on you when it serves their purpose.
While others remain silent for fear of being persecuted themselves.
It is starting to get late, and we should be getting back, as I'm hoping that Grandfather will have returned.
Oh dear, that sounds like it's something you don't want to be sniffing.
Rather ominous tonight.
Amazing how your perception can change with the right lighting.
I'm going to look in on Grandfather and see what news he has.
That was kind of random, but I like the sentiment.
Yes, it has been a long day.
Speaking of looking, I'll go and see if there's any word from Samuel.
Love the Silent Spy soundtrack. Feel like it definitely added to the mood that the game was trying to convey. I definitely agree, and Kate's signature song is very cool. Has some ghost dogs late at night walk through the forest vibes. Yes, I totally agree. You're making a baked tatty. Is that a baked potato, my history girl? If so, yum. If not, probably still yum. The ancestor of Lulu. But an owl version. Turn on you when it serves their purpose. Silent dig at her. Probably. And that would be amazing. Oop, I spent over 5,200 simoleons. Do it. There's money cheats. Are these the ancestors of the Perrys? Ooh, there's a theory. I like it. That would be even more of a dig at her.
Have a good night. I will see you in the morning.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for such an enchanted evening, Jane, and have a good night.
Now that everything is settled down, there is no better time to ride over to the Corwins and see if I can sneak up to that window in the room where they are holding Mrs. Bradbury. I really need to talk to her tonight.
Oh, I'm supposed to be sneaky. Oh, this is fun. This got deep and hot tea to boot. I can't believe Lonnie would do this game. I'm like, the writing is, not good, but it's a great way to throw shade at her interactive.
Just right.
Yeah, so we're the spooky black one, so I can blend into the evening.
The perfect complement to my outfit. I should practically be invisible in the dark. I'll hang my regular cloak by the door.
I need a lantern.
Now I just need something to light it.
Need something to light the lantern. Okay, this is good. Yeah, it's a baked potato. Yum! Baked potatoes are so good. Scarlet Hand soundtrack, though. Yes, that one is so cool, too. So many good ones. Ugh, it's just so hard to choose. The only soundtracks that I think might be bad. Ransom of the Seven Ships, because, yes, it gets the island feeling, but does it make me feel upset that Bess has been kidnapped? Absolutely not. There's no, intense mood to that soundtrack whatsoever. Ransom of the Seven Ships, I do not think was successful. The other one, that I don't really think is successful. I was thinking about this, and now why can't I remember? Light my candle. Okay. Wait. Take out the candle. Light it with this thing. Okay, there we go. Put that in my inventory. Okay, there we go. This is good. Ransom of the Seven Ships, and I have to think. Oh, Shattered Medallion, obviously. Why could I not think of that? Shattered Medallion, because I do not get any sense of New Zealand, and it's so quiet at times that it barely even registers as a soundtrack, in my opinion. It's kind of like this game where it's more general, just sounds at the end. Creak? Okay, I have to sneakily wander through the house. It's just a theory. A game theory. Love it. Yes, exactly. I love how petty she is, that she associated herself with Miss Clue. Yes, and she continues to as well. I think she does voices in Peril at Pemberley as well. And I feel like they can't have been able to pay her a lot. So I feel like it's more just a thing she did because she wanted to stick it to her interactive, and she wanted to support this indie game company that's doing similar stuff, Gotta go take a quick shower now that your sister is out. Be back in a few. Sounds good, Amanda. It is dark and spooky.
This is the groom's chamber.
I'm supposed to sneak in here?
This is the groom's chamber.
Oh, this is the groom's chamber, so don't go in there. Do I hold up my lantern?
This is the groom's chamber.
Well, go in and do whatever you need to do, Jane. Oh, do I go get a horsey? Hello, horse.
How do you feel about a midnight ride, Runner?
Oh,
All
Runner's
right,
down.
But you're going to have to be as quiet as a mouse.
Runner is ready. OMG, Shattered Medallion. Repeatedly forget that game even exists. I know.
I need to saddle Runner.
Okay, I need to saddle Runner, so I do need to go back here and get his saddle. Spooky dark. I do like the lighting change. We approve of lighting changes. Where's the saddle? Oh, I need to saddle Runner. This is not a saddle. That's a part saddle. The saddle is in here.
It's locked. The groom here at the ordinary must have locked it. Perhaps I
Oh.
can slip into his room at the back of the barn and find the key.
And find the key that the groom has. Okay. See, this game is much better at telling me what I need to do than previous Miss Clue games. Like Formula for Danger, hot mess. So confusing. This one, Secret of Haunted Garden got better, and I think this one is getting even better still. So they definitely are figuring things out, which we appreciate. I have to sneak in here. Oh my gosh, his foot. How do I take this without being loud?
What's that?
I think I dropped my brooch in the trunk in the tack room earlier today, but the trunk is locked now, and I was looking for someone to help me find my brooch.
Well, here, take the key and look in the trunk to your heart's content. Just slide the key under my door when you're done, and don't wake me again.
Thank you so much. I will be careful not to wake you again.
Okay. Just fall for my lies. That's fine. Gotta help your dad with something? Sounds good, Aspie. It's a labor of grudge. Excellent play on words. That makes me think maybe Shattered Medallion is worse than Mid. I mean, we all don't like Mid, but at least we remember it exists. That is true. This is a good point. Somewhat waiting for Jane to get caught when sneaking out of the tavern, right? She's not very sneaky. Posted a pic of your sim on the Discord? Oh, good. I'll have to take a look. Okay. The world's tiniest saddle. Okay. Sounds good. Do what you gotta do, Jane. Oh, wow. I actually maybe agree. Okay.
I need the bridle also.
Oh, good grief, Jane. I tried to get that earlier, and you told me not to. This is very inefficient, Jane. Isn't that what this is? Is this not the bridle? Is this not the bridle? That's food. That's food for the horse. Is this the bridle? No. Where's the bridle? Oh, one of these things, right? That's a bridle. That's a bridle, and it looks exactly like the one from Shadow Ranch. Exactly. Okay, bridle. Bridle. Saddle. Do I have to tighten the saddle? Or can I just hop on?
Well, Rana, no time like the present. Let's ride.
I guess we just hop on. Take the key with us. Ooh, spooky ride. This looks exactly like Bob. So far we're ripping off Shadow Ranch and Midnight in Salem. Sort of. The idea of Midnight in Salem. Not at all the same storyline.
Aren't you the owl that Janie helped this evening? Are you trying to tell me something? Come on, Rana. Let's walk over here out of the way for a spell while I see how our owl friend is doing.
I love how in these games the animals are like all just clearly animaguses. Like,
Out for a midnight ride, witch.
what? Oh, that's what the owl was trying to tell me.
Thank you so much for the warning, Mr. Owl. I certainly don't want to get caught out this evening. You're an excellent lookout. What would I do without your warning? What a charming feathered conspirator. Let's go, Rana.
That owl. Greetings, Alexis. Welcome to the stream. How are you? That owl was horrifying. Is this the first Miss Clue with a second chance? No, I believe the others all have second chances too. They just aren't super common. They don't have a ton of them. And I love that they call them another chance. Like, we know what you're doing, Miss Clue. That's clearly a second chance from Nancy Drew. You just are using a synonym. Another chance. Not a second chance. Another. Very sneaky.
Wait here, Rana.
Feathered
I won't be long.
conspirator. So good. It's so bad, but it's so good. Okay, let's go for a creepy walk through the forest.
Mrs. Bradbury. Mrs. Bradbury, this is a friend.
Hello? Who's there?
A friend. I have news.
Mrs. Bradbury, stop shouting.
Come with me, I have something to show you.
Do I have a choice?
Not really, now get going.
Oh, and that's the end of that chapter. Well, the best kind of bad. Okay, loading screen and log out to prevent lag. I'm also going to go refill my water bottle real quick and take a quick bathroom break. So while I'm gone, I will put on some spooky Nancy Drew music to keep you guys company since we've been talking about soundtracks. But I will be right back. I'm going to look at your sim real quick too, Dreamy. Oh, fun! I used to use that hair all the time. Oh my gosh, that's giving me such throwbacks, Dreamy. That Sims 2 hair, I used to use that all the time. It was like my favorite one to use. Okay, let's see if I can get you a good spooky lineup of songs going. How about some Ghost Dogs? Okay, here's some Ghost Dogs while I go fill up my water bottle, and I'll be right back. Thanks for asking. I've never played any of the Miss Clue games, but they actually don't seem too bad. They get steadily better as they go along, which is actually, I mean, considering that they're free to play, it's kind of impressive, honestly. That scene with the witch hunter scared me. It is kind of scary. So sweet to put on spooky music. I suppose this is like less spooky because this is one of the like daytime forest wandering ones that it's on now, but you know, we love Ghost Dogs. It really doesn't feel like Halloween. It really doesn't. Like, except this. Looking for CC hair, but Sims 2 CC is either alpha or ugly. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Usually I wake up so excited on Halloween, my favorite holiday maybe. Yeah, it's just such a kind of like sad year for Halloween. Love Ghost Dogs. Anyone else watched Julie and the Phantoms? I have not. Do what you can to make it feel like Halloween. Light a candle. Get a pumpkin spice coffee. Yes. Put on a sweater. Watch a scary movie. Exactly. A fun at-home Halloween. This stream is really helping. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm back. That was a nightmare. Oh, no. What did you have to help with, Aspie? Let's log back in. What's your costume, Aspie? About this girl whose mom recently died. She's going through her mom's stuff, finds a CD of music she has never heard before. When she plays it, it is the ghosts of the magicians come out. That's so cool. Love that. Okay. We were on chapter 4, I believe. Chapter 4. 2, 3, 4.
Mrs. Bradbury! Mrs. Bradbury, this is a friend.
Hello? Who's there?
A friend. I have news.
Come with me, I have something to show you.
Do I have a choice?
Not really, now get going.
Not really, now get going. What are we doing?
If there was just some way I could hear what they were saying.
Oh, we're gonna stack stuff Alibi and Ashes style. Of course. Let's rip off another Nancy Drew game, shall we? Okay, that bucket totally has holes in it. Why can't I take the logs or the bucket? Is there a very particular order I have to do this in? How about that? And then... No? How about this? And then this? Okay, clearly there's a particular order they want me to put these in. Maybe the barrel goes first? And then that? And then that? No? Barrel box? Barrel skinny log? Thick log? Barrel thick log. Okay, game, what do you want from me here? Probably not the bucket with a giant hole in it. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that we don't want the bucket with the giant hole in it. Oh, I can climb up.
You're probably wondering why I brought you here.
I am past wondering at any action you take.
I have sent my family to Boston, so there will be no chance of a witness to what I am about to tell you.
After what you have said in court, I cannot imagine there is anything left you could say that would be of the slightest interest to me.
You are mistaken. I can assure you that what I'm about to say will be of particular interest to both you and your family. Nevertheless, it has come to this. You have seen the accusations, the indictments, and the trials flowing from those events, all occurring since the beginning of this year. Has it not struck you as unusual that this should happen at this particular time?
There has been a certain desperation in the proceedings that has not escaped me, nor your part in it.
Indeed, we have had accusations of witchcraft ever since coming to this new world, but it has never played out in this way. To be perfectly frank, there are those of us who saw this coming over a year ago. There are forces at work here shaping our destiny, and they have little to do with the wonders of the invisible world.
And what might those be?
It comes to this. You can either manage your fate or become the victim of it. My family has always chosen the former. For centuries we have controlled power, acting as the Knights of the Shire in Cumberland, and we intend to do the same in New England.
Time will tell. This is a new beginning.
But, in this case, an old result. With Hawthorne and I as judges, and my nephew George as High Sheriff, we have assisted and in some cases instigated the events which have brought you to this moment. You are witness to what has befallen those who preceded you, so there can be no doubt as to the seriousness of your predicament.
You have said nothing that is not already familiar to me.
Did it not strike you as odd that you should be ensnared in these proceedings when the charge against you is an old one, and you live in so remote a district as Salisbury?
Again, you are only saying what is obvious.
Let's be blunt then. I have managed all of this hysteria and these trials for one end, and that is to place before you and your husband an inescapable decision.
And what decision is that?
A decision which might be made easier for you if you understand the circumstances. While it is not generally known, England no longer has trees of sufficient size to construct the masts required by our warships and heavy trading vessels. The Danes were supplying those trees, but to thwart our naval power cut off the supply 40 years ago. Since then, England has relied on the shipment of those trees from here in New England. To control this resource, the Crown is now requiring that all trees 24 inches in diameter and larger, and not on private property, be marked explicitly as belonging to the Crown. Which brings us to you.
How is that possible?
Quite simply, Hawthorne and I have a large sawmill in Maine, which has made us a fortune supplying those trees to the Crown. However, with this change in status and the fact that all the large trees near the coast have been cut down, we find our interests severely compromised and our sawmill's operations at risk. Hawthorne's brother, who is married to my sister, manages that mill and assures me that our continued success relies on our procuring a source of trees from private lands near the coast. Now, do you understand the import of this situation?
So that's what this is all about. Sheer, unadulterated greed?
It has nothing to do with greed. It is all about maintaining the structure of our society and our place in it. To that end, I have a document here that I would like to show you. Do you know what this is?
I'm not certain.
This is the grant of land to your husband Thomas, made when he was acting as land agent for his great-uncle Ferdinando Gorges. As you might recall, Gorges had the land patent for the province of Maine.
So, that's what this is all about.
Precisely. Your husband's land grant in Maine is now worth a king's ransom, this year and for many years to come. And of course, it is critical to England, my family's mill, and to me personally, and I plan to have it.
How did you get that document?
My good friend, Judge Stoughton, provided it to me from the archives in Boston.
My God, is there no one not involved in this?
Very few in positions of influence. There is still Thomas Danforth who stands against us. He was once Lieutenant Governor, but no more. That position has also been taken by Stoughton. Governor Phipps might oppose us, but he is busy fighting the French and Indians in Maine, and consequently protecting the land which will soon be mine.
You have inflamed the passions of this hysteria, and let good men and women go to their deaths, all to maintain the status of yourself and your cohorts.
I see you understand, but let us not lay aside the service we perform for our country.
I am speechless.
To bring you up to date, your husband has submitted a petition signed by quite a number of your neighbors attesting to your good character. As if that mattered. Quite a charming effort, though. In fact, he is coming again on the 21st with an update to that petition, but I have an offer waiting for him which I think he might accept.
And what is that?
One might say your life and his for a few trees. Your husband will be faced with a rather stark choice of signing over his land grant to me, or watching you proceed to the gallows.
And what if he refuses?
I will explain to him it will make little difference. He will discover that the day after your execution, he will be accused of being a wizard himself, and brought before my court. The result of that trial is a foregone conclusion. You could say his grave is already dug.
What good will that do you?
Do you not see? With you and your husband deceased, it is a simple matter to forge his signature on this document, and the end is the same.
This is a choice with no choice.
I see you understand. I will have you brought here when your husband arrives with his petition. At that time, the two of you can decide if you would prefer to be allowed to return to your home, have dinner with your grandchildren, and see your family safely in bed, or proceed down a more difficult course.
May God have mercy on your soul.
I am certain that he will. In all instances, I have acted in the best interests of preserving society as we know it, and in preserving England. It is all so very easy. On the one hand, I accept the petition your husband brings me and offer you clemency. On the other hand, I don't. And now to return you to your confinement, where I am sure you will have a lot to consider.
Sheesh, that was a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try and catch up on comments, because that guy was talking for forever. Okay, Aspie, you had to lug around a mattress. Mattresses are so hard to move around. And you're dressing up as Marceline from Adventure Time. That's awesome. Then they find out they can be seen by others when they play music with her. Oh, that's cool. Do your best to help yourself feel this season. Exactly. With all of these upcoming holidays, regardless of what you do or do not celebrate, there's lots of ways to make it work at home, for sure. Let's see. Halloween Town, the movie from Disney. Love that. Oh, good morning, Demon Slayer. Welcome to the stream. It's so nice to see you. You came in during the exposition dump. Better late than never. Happy you're here. Exactly, I agree. So happy so many people are here. Me too, Sarah. It's so nice seeing all of you. Netflix. We love Netflix. The voice acting doesn't seem as bad in this one. That's because they got Lonnie Manella to do it. Ooh, you like Scary Stuff Musical Blonde? That's so cool. I wish I could handle scary stuff, because the ideas behind them sound so cool and spooky. Maine wasn't a state yet? Man, can you say plot dump? No kidding. It was still Massachusetts. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, because this is supposed to take place in, I think, 1672, I think is what it says in the book. But Maine wasn't a state yet? That's kind of a big problem. Then this is why we invented the Fifth Amendment. In the real trials, this was a theory minus the tree bet, the land grant part, but no proof. That would make sense. This is so long. Didn't they discuss this in Midnight in Salem? It's hard to remember. I feel like we didn't get very much actual history in Midnight in Salem. That was like 8 minutes of dialogue. I wish I could handle scary stuff too. Haunting of Bly Manor looks so good, but I'm so weak. I know, I always wanted to watch... whatchamacallit, it's the show, they have a bunch of different seasons, and I can't remember what it's called, but they're all very creepy. House of Horrors? What on earth is it? No, that's not it. Lady Gaga was in one of the seasons. I can't remember the name of the show, but I've always wanted to watch that, but I can't because I'm too chicken. American Horror Story, thank you, that's it. That's it, Sarah, thank you.
Mrs. Bradbury!
Yes? Who is there?
I just overheard what you were told.
That is a comfort. I'd almost begun to think I had imagined it.
There's little we can do with so many men of influence involved in this, but I may have a solution.
Is that possible?
All I can say at this moment is that you must be prepared the night after tomorrow for whatever may occur.
God bless you for bringing me hope at this most desperate moment.
Yeah, right, Demon Slayer, the accents are so bad still. I've always wanted to watch it too, but I'm like, yeah, I'm such a weenie. Exactly. Weenies unite. Think I'm gonna rest until work. Have a lovely afternoon. Sounds good, Dreamy. I hope you have a lovely rest and a reasonable evening at work. American Horror Story. Show is really dark, twisted, and messed up. Wouldn't recommend if you don't like regularly scary stuff. Yes, I don't think I can handle it.
'Tis my plan to bring more than hope in 2 nights, so ready yourself and I will return.
Until then, take care.
Oh my gosh, right, Sarah? My history girl, we are so sorry that the British and English accents are just horrible. Oh, I can go back here? I'm probably not supposed to. I'm probably supposed to go find my horse. This way. No? This way. This way? Where's my horse? This is Mrs. Bradbury.
It is late. I had better get back.
I had better get back. No. Back. Oh, here we go. Okay. Back into the woods. Wanted to watch Nightmare Before Christmas, but Netflix dropped it. Yeah, because it's on Disney Plus now. Disney Plus pulling all of their movies slowly but surely off the other streaming services. Maine wasn't to states till just before the Civil War. That is a problem. Do your research, game. This accent makes me think of Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap, right? Classic. Okay. Bridle, blanket, and saddle. Am I supposed to give you oats? I am supposed to give you oats. Okay. Every time you take the horse out for a ride, give the horse oats. We are nice to our horse, so we shall give them oats. Do I have to put the bridle back? Okay, hang out the bridle.
'Tis locked.
'Tis locked. Okay, here's the key. I'm gonna put away the blanket and the saddle. Okay. And then we feed the horse, probably. Streaming service war is so stupid. People shouldn't have to pay for 20 different subscriptions to get all the shows they want. I know, it's so crazy. It is a lot. Some of them are starting to work together to do bundles, but it's just like a different way to have to pay a lot for TV. That's why I stick to YouTube, right? Most of the stuff I watch is on YouTube. Oh, okay. Feed the horse. Feed the horse. It became a state because there was a state that wanted to become part of the Union, but it was a slave state, so they needed a free state to balance it out, and Maine wanted to be a state. Aha! Okay, that's super interesting. Okay.
Here is some grain for you.
Some grain for you. Thank you for your midnight ride, runner. I appreciate it. That kind of looks like I'm supposed to brush the horse. I wonder if Jane's gonna tell me that I'm supposed to do that. Where's the... You sneak in here. Give him the key. And then head out. Don't wake up. Sneak out. The year is 1692 in game. No clue how you thought it was 1672. Just misread it on the book or didn't pay super close attention. Why will I keep Netflix when The Office is taken down? Oh my gosh, love The Office. So good.
I really should curry runner after that ride.
Okay, I thought so. I thought we were supposed to curry runner. Curry must be a fancy word for like brush, I'm guessing. Yeah, return the key, Nancy. Did I say Nancy? Oh no. Oh no. I watch YouTube and have a stolen Netflix password from my friend's boyfriend for the occasional Netflix documentary. There you go. Good strategy. Okay, is this all I need? Just this brush thingy? I know this because I'm from Maine and it's a point of pride. Oh, cool. Curry comb. This game has Lonnie in it. It sure does. Juan, welcome to the stream, by the way. It's so nice to see you. How are you doing today? No, I did. Nancy is a klepto. Right. She totally is. And so, apparently,
Thank you so
is Jane.
much for being such a great horse tonight.
Are we just gonna...
Good to see we agree you're a great horse. There you are, all ready for the night.
just talk to the horse about being a good horse? Cool. I'm a bit of a horse girl. I think horses are such cool animals. It's a specific style of brush. It's usually rubber and used to break up dirt and sweat. Gotcha. That sounds important. Now can we leave? You're doing good? Glad to hear it. Needs to be more horse games. There's not enough out there. The more the merrier. Okay, do we go inside? Okay, we're inside. Dark, creepy house. I can't even imagine living in a time where houses would like be this dark all the time. Like, I'm terrified of the dark. How would we do this? Were people just not scared of the dark back then because they were just used to it? Or they had to get used to it? Why is everything so dark? Not enough candles. And everyone's asleep, I suppose. Except for us. We're being sneaky. You love horses too. Grew up with them. Your uncle had one that lets you get close enough to pick stuff out of her eyelashes. Wow.
I think I will read the note from Mama first thing in the morning. I am too tired to appreciate it tonight.
Okay. Does that mean you want me to go to bed?
I should put on my nightgown first.
Oh, we better put on our nightgown. Didn't we hang up our nightgown? Okay, no, it's back in the chest. Okay. Let's go put on the nightgown.
That's better. All ready for bed.
Okay. Close that. I do like that we change clothes in these games.
Busy day. I should sleep well.
Nancy never changes clothes, except for Phantom of Venice, but the clothes aren't even good. They're super weird. I thought it was because I was in too sunny of a room. That could contribute as well, I suppose. Used to ride all the time, volunteered at a horse rescue before COVID hit. That's so fun! Had your DVD player, played a movie and watched it with the horse and my cousin's dogs. That's amazing.
Ah, the letter from Mama.
A letter from Mama.
My dearest Jane, Boston is much improved over the stories I had heard about it some time ago from your cousins who had traveled here a few years ago. Your father's business dealings are going quite well, and it is now hoped we might have the opportunity to travel down the coast to New York. Your father believes there are also some shipping opportunities there, and I would dearly love to see what New Amsterdam has become. I understand that much Dutch is still spoken in the region. I hope you and Bethia have had the opportunity to comfort the Bradburys and provide what assistance you may. In all cases, please make certain that Samuel Phipps has plans confirmed to bring you and Bethia back to Boston no later than the 25th. Papa and I both send our love. Mama. P.S. Mr. Danforth asked if you could pass along a message to Samuel. He wished that it be relayed rather specifically. Here is the message. A true cargo is needed to be transported no later than the 19th. Otherwise, it will spoil on the morrow.
What a lovely letter. I am so glad to hear that things are going well with Father's business dealings. If everything goes as I expect, we should easily be back in Boston before the 25th.
Good to know, I suppose. I don't know what on earth that has to do with our plot so far, but cool. Great uncle worked at a horse stable, and I got to ride them for free as a little kid. Yay! What year does this game take place? 1692. Just love how Lonnie was like, screw her, and is a part of this. Isn't it great? A little salty about it, but you know, fair, probably. I don't know. There's so many different conflicting stories about what went down. Okay, do we probably have to get dressed, I'm assuming? We probably don't want to walk around in our nightgown, right? I'm guessing.
I almost forgot my bonnet again.
I almost forgot my bonnet again. Jane, just sleep in the nude, forget your nightgown.
What will I wear today? I'll put this on last.
Okay.
This one will be very nice for today.
This one will be very nice for today.
Perfect. Ready for the day.
All right, I'll wear a lovely green for today. It would be very nice. Wait, if this is set in the 1600s, what year does the other take place? The others, we don't really know exactly the year, but the others are supposed to be in modern times, and this is supposed to be Jane, like, thinking back to her ancestors. So this is her ancestor, Janie. Can we talk about how these games are a crossover between Nancy Drew and Pride and Prejudice? Jane Darcy, I'm dead, right? It's so weird. So weird. Also, there's so many doors. So many doors. Giving me clock flashbacks and that confusing timeline for sure. Is Jane a time traveler? Certainly could be. We will never know, maybe? Because she also does Peril in Pemberley, which is like, what, probably sometime in the 1800s?
Morning, Janie. How are you this day?
Very well, thank you. And yourself?
Very well indeed. Did you speak with your grandfather last night?
I did, and he has quite a number of new signatures on his petition on behalf of my grandmother, so I am very encouraged.
I am so glad to hear that.
He has a meeting with Judge Corwin the day after tomorrow to present his supplement to the original petition. He is already out this morning following up on a few more signatures.
That is exciting news. Ah, here's Bethia.
Good morning, everyone. Morning.
I have a question for you, Bethia.
Yes?
Do you have any news on how Rebecca is doing?
Unfortunately, she is still doing poorly.
While we were making candles yesterday, I noticed that she was almost out of bayberry wax. I was thinking we might pick some bayberries and then we could stop by and check on her while at the same time making some wax.
That is a splendid idea. I would love to come and help pick bayberries, but then I believe I should return here in case my grandfather should need me.
That is an excellent plan.
I know just the place. Let's go.
The last one was modern, but
This
somehow
is a
there was a
lovely
World War
place,
II
Bethia.
soldier.
Thank you, Jane. There are so many bayberries. I love this time of year.
Yes, the World War II soldier was so random and confusing. Not a fan of how mishmashed Clock was? Yes, totally agree. So Jane isn't going to tell them about what she heard. Apparently not. We're just not going to fill you in on your grandmother's fate.
This is going very well.
Indeed. This is the perfect day for this. I'm so glad I came.
Bethia, do you know when your brother Samuel will return?
He is supposed to return this evening, and I'm looking forward to seeing him.
That is excellent news. My mamma wrote, and in her letter she included a short postscript with a message from your grandfather for Samuel.
That is good timing. I'm sure he'll be glad of the message. I see an even better bush. I'm going to move over there.
This is
We should have enough bayberries before you know it.
This is always so much fun. My basket is almost full as well. Does anyone know the best way of getting away from a skunk?
I don't think there is a trick to it. You just back up slowly and then run.
Because we have an extra berry picker, and he has black fur and a white stripe. Run! I don't think I have ever run so fast.
Me either. My legs feel like jelly.
Somehow I managed to get here with all my berries.
Me too, or at least most of them anyway. I'm glad we got here with all our baskets, and I'm not the one who has to walk back to the ordinary just now.
I so agree with you. Now, if you will look in on Rebecca, I will get started with these bayberries.
An excellent idea.
Yeah, Aspie, she probably just doesn't want to worry them. Back away slowly and don't surprise them. Skunks are actually pretty friendly, just more slowly. My dad's friend had a pet skunk with the scent stuff removed. Yeah, I've heard about that. Like some people having pet skunks just without the scent sprayers. They found flowers. Okay, so what are we doing? We're making wax.
I need to put in the berries first.
So we put the berries in.
Done. It needs more water.
So then I add water with this spoon, I'm guessing.
It needs more water.
It needs more water.
It needs more water.
Okay. I didn't realize people removed it.
It needs more water.
Yeah, I don't know what that process is like.
It needs more water. That should do it.
Okay, good. You tell me when to be done with it. Clang, and then I'm guessing we hang it over the fire? Probably? Oh, okay, there we go.
Now all we have to do is let them boil for about 10 minutes.
We boil the berries, and then we somehow get wax from them? which is cool.
Now to take the pot off the fire and let it cool.
Cool. Take the pot off the fire and let it cool.
Now that the pot is cooled, we can pick the bayberry wax out and put it in the candle making box.
Okay. Oh, the wax separates? Well, that's really cool. I wonder if that's an actual thing? Does that actually happen in real life? Don't think you can get pet skunks anymore. It's considered kind of inhumane to remove the scent makers. This was a long time ago. Gotcha. That makes sense. Don't think any wild animal should be kept as pets, but if there's absolutely no other way they can survive, either leave it with a professional or just put it down. Yeah, there's lots of really great, like, wilderness, what are they called? Just spaces where it's like an Isis the dog, oh my goodness, Isis the wolf from White Wolf of Icicle Creek goes to a wilderness reserve. That's the word. She goes to a wilderness reserve. So there's lots of those available.
Now Rebecca has the bayberry wax she needs to make candles next week.
Rebecca is feeling a bit better. How is it going with the bayberries?
Yeah, or Sanctuary, Aspie for sure. Oh, you Googled the bayberry stuff?
All done. Everything went smoothly, and the bayberry wax is in Rebecca's candle making box.
You are so quick, I don't know how you do it. If you want to go and see how Janie is doing, I will take care of everything here and clean up.
I was just thinking of Janie, and I think that's a good idea.
I know Rebecca is very appreciative of you and I helping out. She has given me these bonnets for you and I, as a token of her appreciation. She says they may provide us protection in the dark.
It has been a joy. I'll see you when you get back to the ordinary.
I'll be along shortly.
Not as easy as this shows. Okay, where am I going? I'm supposed to go see Janie? For the sake of time and budget, it's simplified. Do I go this way? No, that's the house. Do I go this way? No, okay, so I go into the saddle place. Am I supposed to get the horse again? I want to go up this ladder. What's up here? I want to explore. Okay, do I take Runner somewhere?
You're a pretty boy.
Do I go get stuff? I'm confused. But that's probably what we're supposed to do, otherwise we wouldn't be coming in here, I'm assuming. Creak? What creaked? Why can't I take this? Did the door creak? Okay, we're fine. Hi, horse. The horse is actually, like, I like that they're moving. Fairly realistic. Appreciate that. Do I get the bridle? I take the blanket again. Okay, but I don't take the saddle? Why do I need the blanket? Don't take this. She said we were supposed to go see Janie. Right? Did you guys hear that too? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I could always check the walkthrough, but I'm pretty sure that's what we were doing. So I grabbed the blanket. First, simmer for an hour, not 10 minutes. Pour off the wax, boil everything again, put just the water back on, and simmer so the wax rises. That's really cool. It's so cool that, like, a fruit can make wax. Because I've only ever thought of, like, beeswax, but I guess soy wax, and soy is a plant, too.
You're a pretty boy.
Do you want the blanket?
You're a pretty boy.
No? Am I supposed to go... go hang out in the... whatchamacallit? The groom's room and find stuff in there? Maybe? Get the carriage... Can't look at this. Can't go up there. You also have to clean the wax because there's twigs and stuff in it for sure. I had no idea you could do that. So cool, right? So interesting.
I should probably give Runner some grain.
Why? We didn't go anywhere. That's what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to feed the horse. Did we ride? Oh, I guess we just rode the horse back, but they didn't show us riding the horse back. Apparently. I guess that's what happened. Okay, we have our first pretty weird navigation order sequencing thing going on. But, I mean, we made it into chapter 4, so that's pretty good. I probs missed this at the beginning. Are you doing anything fun today? Yes, our state has advised that people not go trick-or-treating, which makes sense.
I should probably give Runner some grain.
Oh, we aren't handing out candy or anything, but Mr. WizardKitten and I are going to watch classic Halloween-y movies. We're going to watch Great Pumpkin and Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Great Pumpkin is my favorite. Ichabod and Mr. Toad is Mr. WizardKitten's favorite. And we're going to just have yummy dinner and yummy treats.
Here's
it's going to
some
be
grain
great
for you. The groom will be out shortly to give you a rub down.
So we don't have to do that. OMG, Ichabod and Mr. Toad. It's a classic. That sounds so lovely. Yeah, I'm really excited. It should be a nice night. And of course, there's the Halloween event on my Animal Crossing island, so I have to go and play Animal Crossing for many hours this evening. It just has to happen. Bayberries are also known as sweetgale, myrtle wax, myrica, and a few other things, normally found in boggy or tropical areas. So probably not in the middle of Salem, Massachusetts. Probably not.
How is it
Jeannie?
with Rebecca Preston this day?
She appears to be some better, but she does worry me.
Did the bayberries make up much wax?
It was an excellent harvest of bayberry, and I am sure that Rebecca now has enough bayberry wax for several weeks of candle making.
That alone should take some worry from Rebecca.
Saw the Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow last night for the first time, and it was great. I love the Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow. It's so good. So spooky. And it's got so many of, like, my favorite actors in it. It's got Dumbledore, the actor that plays Dumbledore. It's got the actor that plays Uncle Vernon. It's got Johnny Depp. It's just so good. You're playing Animal Crossing right now? Oh my goodness. Yay. Who are your villagers, my history girl? I'm so excited to see all the villagers in their costumes. It's going to be adorable. Website says bayberries are found more on the West Coast. Well, a great example of midnight... I almost called this Midnight in Salem. Trials of Salem, not doing their research, because Maine wasn't a state and bayberries probably aren't in Salem.
It is a difficult time for Rebecca, and she doesn't need to worry about the mundane issues of life.
I know the feeling. It seems all I do is sit and worry. I wish there was some diversion to take my mind off things.
So many big names for sure, Demon Slayer. Love it.
I noticed there was a Mills table. Would you like to play a game of Mills?
I haven't played Mills since I was a little girl, when Grandmama insisted that I learn it. She said all young ladies should know how to play. I think a game of Mills would be a pleasant diversion.
Oh, we get to play
This
a game.
is an ancient game, and is supposed to provide protection from evil.
We need all the protection from evil we can get.
My great-grandmama used to tell that the Celts have played Mills since before they came to our islands, and that the board represents the 4 winds, the 4 elements, and the 4 cardinal directions.
There is so much tradition bound up in Mills, and that is what makes it so charming. You have white, so you can move first.
Click an empty dot on the board. Okay, well, this is fun. You accidentally ended up in IRL Sleepy Hollow in real life on Halloween? That is so cool, Sarah. You saw a tiny Dachshund dressed up in a little costume with a headless horseman. That's so cute. That's adorable. You have... Your villagers look very spooky right now. That's so cute. You have Audie, Boots, T-Bone, Canberra, Wolfgang, Rex, Lopez, Sky, Matilda, and Whitney. Nice. I have met Audie and Sky and Whitney. Are those all wolves? Or foxes? Or that kind of species? That's so cool. Ooh, Celtic stuff. I love Celtic stuff too, Aspie. So I'm supposed to click on an empty dot. They didn't tell me the rules. What am I supposed to do? This piece cannot move to that dot.
Good move.
It is?
Very considered move.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I know why they call this mills. I'm starting to feel like I'm being ground down.
Okay. Select a piece to move on the board. To do what? Move to a dot? Click an empty dot on the board.
Strategy is everything.
Yeah, strategy probably would be everything if I knew what on earth I was doing.
I think you've done this before.
Did she just capture that one somehow?
What to do now?
I don't understand. If you all ever get a chance to go to Tarrytown, New York, it's so pretty in the fall. Really charming. You can go visit the house where Washington Irving, who wrote Sleepy Hollow, lived. That's amazing. People making this game wanted to go, look how knowledgeable we are, referring to all these historic things, but they didn't take the time to make sure if it fit. Exactly. Jump the opponent's pieces? I have to jump their pieces. This piece cannot move to that dot. Click an empty dot on the board. How do I jump them? It only lets me move to empty dots, though. I don't understand.
You are unnatural at this.
Wait, how did that work? How did that happen? Is this like weird checkers? Oh, so it's like checkers. It's like checkers? Can I go diagonal? They did it opposite. Hopefully we don't have to win.
What to do now?
It's a good question,
move.
Jane. Is it a good move? Can I only jump them in the middle?
I think you've done this before.
Is this game basically drafts? What's drafts? I remember that there was a Headless Horseman costume, and it became a hit. That's so cute. That piece cannot move.
I know why they call this mills. I'm starting to feel like I'm being ground down.
Wait, he jumped it on the opposite side. Googling! You can only jump if there is an open spot on the other side, I think. So, like, if I move here...
Nice game. That was fun.
It does help pass the time, and at the very least, it's helped drive some evil thoughts away. I love mills. Have you two had a good time playing?
No, because she didn't tell me the rules. So I lost. JD's a cheater. I'm terrible at checkers. Try lining up 3. You can't jump pieces, you need to create mills. You need to create sets of 3 in a single ring. Sets of 3. Line up 3 pieces and then you remove the opponent's piece. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we didn't have to win.
Yes, a very pleasant time.
I hope your brother Samuel brings interesting news when he returns. It's already dark, so I expect he should be here any time. Oh, there he is now.
What convenient timing. Oh. Nancy Drew over-explains rules, and this one is just like, nope, exactly. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've completed chapter 4, so next we need to do chapter 5. Okay. Logging out and then back in to prevent lag. That was an embarrassingly poor board game performance. How many chapters are there? There are 6.5. 6 total, but then the first chapter was divided into 2 parts, but they were both really short. So we're over halfway. We are getting there. Can we finish this with the Bodacious Girl song again? Hey, I aim to please. If you fellow detectives want to subject yourselves to that song again, I can do that. We can do another stream Inception. Okay, chapter 5. Yep, chapter 5, and then chapter 6 is the finale. I was going to ask that too. When do I not want to listen to the Bodacious Girl song?
It does help pass the time, and at the very least, it's helped drive some evil thoughts away. I love Mills. Have you two had a good time playing?
Yes, a very pleasant time.
I hope your brother Samuel brings interesting news when he returns. It's already dark, so I expect he should be here any time. Oh, there he is now.
Nice animation. Oh, that smile was creepy.
I'm so glad to find my sister in such pleasant company. How are all you fair maids of Salem this evening?
Very well indeed. We have had a very busy time while you have been off delivering cargo. We have cared for the sick, performed numerous charitable acts, and still had time for some magical experiences. I doubt you can bring your time to such good account, even with your deliveries.
Indeed not. You have employed your time much better. Mine has been spent principally watching the south end of 2 horses.
Samuel!
I do hope everything went well for you.
Better than I expected.
You look well. Did you have any encounters with the Indians that are causing trouble north of here?
None at all. We are fortunate that the French have stirred up trouble with them principally in Maine so far.
Okay.
I almost forgot. My mamma sent a letter with a postscript from your grandfather. Here it is. 'Tis best that you read it for yourself.
He does kind of
Bethia,
look like
this
him, Demon
message
Slayer.
pertains to a cargo we thought might need transporting this trip. I have to stable my horses. It would be great help if all of you would come with me and we can make light work of it.
We would be glad to help. You must be tired from your journey. We can meet you in the stable at once.
Jane, I am not sure how much you have surmised about what we are doing.
I believe I have a reasonable understanding and am prepared to help. I know your grandfather's feelings on what is going on with these trials, and I think you know my father's feelings as well.
That is well. Based on the message to Jane, we have little time and must act tonight.
I am not sure what this is all about.
I do not wish to frighten you, but the message I have received from my grandfather informs me that you are to be charged with witchcraft tomorrow.
I didn't imagine things could get worse, but if that were to happen, I think it would be more than my grandfather's heart could take. My dear Janie, my grandfather and other good men are working to find a legal way to put an end to these trials. However, they need time.
Yes, Miss True, and to buy them that time, the cargo I have been transporting has been principally those that are about to be caught up in the witchcraft trials. We are determined to stop these senseless deaths one way or another.
But where would I go? And what about grandfather and grandmother? If you are arrested tomorrow, you can be of little aid to them.
We are prepared to take you to my grandfather's land holdings west of here, which is named Framingham.
I've heard of Framingham, but still, what of my grandmother?
They all stare and look at me. What is this dialogue? Humans totally talk like this. Okay, can we take a poll? Which is better, mid or this? I love this poll. Please tell me in the chat, which one do you think is better, Midnight in Salem or Trials of Salem? Trouble with the Indians. Oh boy, I know it's historical, but I know, it's very cringe. Very one-sided view of things, just like usual. This weird 3 characters in 1 screen thing is giving me hella med vibes. Exactly, this is very much like Midnight in Salem. I think the graphics are better in this one. I know, which is so weird. Right, Demon Slayer?
I have obtained new information concerning your grandmother. I took the chance of riding to Judge Corwin's last night and spoke with your grandmother by way of a barred window to her locked room.
Oh, how is she?
She is holding up well considering the circumstances.
That was a very dangerous undertaking.
Yes, Sarah, it was. They basically started working on it when they knew that Nancy Drew, that her interactive was also doing a Midnight in Salem game. like a Salem themed game, and then they released theirs way faster.
It was absolutely necessary. And that brings me to my next point. I have good reason to believe that the groom who is functioning as Mrs. Bradbury's jailer will be at the Ship's Tavern tomorrow evening.
But what about Mr. Corwin and his family?
His family is away in Boston, so it should be the perfect opportunity to sneak her out under cover of darkness.
It is a very daring plan, but it might just work.
This news is better than I could have ever hoped.
Samuel, it all relies on your returning by tomorrow evening to take Mrs. Bradbury.
This can definitely work. However, I will need to leave with Miss True as soon as I change these horses.
But I will need to tell my grandfather what is happening. Don't worry about that. I will speak with your grandfather and let him know everything that is occurring. Bethia, you are all kindness.
I love that Bethia's last name is True, so whenever he says Miss True, it just definitely sounds like Miss Drew. I feel like that was purposeful.
While you're readying the horses, I will run back in and collect Janie's cloak and whatever else I can conveniently bring.
My room is the next one past yours. Are you sure I shouldn't go and help you?
No, 'tis best that you remain here.
Right, Sarah? Okay, I kind of wasn't listening. What am I supposed to do? Just makes me wish Midnight in Salem was better. I know the potential. It had so much potential to be a great game. That's the biggest problem, honestly. I forgot what we were supposed to do. Are we supposed to go put on our sneaking around at nighttime outfit? I wasn't listening either. We are thinking about more important things. Easily. Okay, why are we looking out the window? Thanks for offering, Sarah. I think we should be able to figure it out, probably. I think we're just supposed to go outside.
All set. Time for bed.
Okay, so I'm supposed to go to bed. I guess that's what I'm doing. Okay, bedtime. Do I get a spooky dream sequence? Why don't I go to bed?
A busy day. I should sleep well.
I should sleep well. You're going to the girls' room. My room is the one next past yours. Collecting Jamie's cloak and whatever you can conveniently bring. Why does she keep telling me to go to sleep then? But not let me go to sleep. She's like, go to bed, but also I won't let you click on the bed.
I think I will read the note from Mama first thing in the morning.
Maybe I
I'm
was
too tired to appreciate it tonight.
Maybe I was supposed to pay attention to the note first? I'm too tired. Janie, you are not making any sense. Am I supposed to admire the fire? It's time for bed, Jane. Go to sleep. Wait, another note? How fast is the mailing system? Exactly. Like, there's no
Busy
way.
day. I should sleep well.
No way that she would get that many letters that quickly. Honestly, better graphics there. Yeah. Like, when you do this point and click style, and you do this more hand-drawn type of animation, it just looks so good. That had definitely been mastered. They've definitely gotten that down, and then they were like, nope. Nope. Go to sleep, Jane. You're wearing your nightgown. Nightgown, 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 nightgown. Bonnet, nightgown. I just cannot click on the bed, and she keeps telling me to go to bed. Did I miss something? Candles? Gotta light a candle? Probably would be super unsafe, but I feel like I would sleep with a candle lit through the night. But I guess they leave the fires lit through the night, so is that even any less safe? Been great seeing you all again. Gotta get ready for work. Have a great Halloween. Thank you so much for joining the stream, Amanda. It was so wonderful to catch up with you. I hope you have a great Halloween as well and a great day at work. Hope to see you soon. And I also hope to figure out how on earth I'm supposed to go to bed. The graphics in mid make me even more sad because I thought the graphics in C were gorgeous. Same. They had seriously taken a step up and looked so beautiful and detailed, and then Midnight in Salem. Agreed. Mid's characters look like potatoes. I do not disagree. Are you supposed to just, like, see something, Jane? Key. I'm very sleepy.
Day. I should sleep well.
A busy day. I should sleep well. Okay, well then go to bed. Alright, well, I'm gonna put my overlay on real quick so I can look at my, walkthrough. Did I break the game? Because, yeah, I'm supposed to get Jane's belongings, but she won't let me take them. Maybe I'm just not looking at something properly. Okay, I am supposed to pick things up. Like, I'm supposed to find them. I'm supposed to find the belongings. Is there, like... Cloak? I'm supposed to take a dress? I'm supposed to take a cloak. Maybe I broke it by putting on the nightgown? And then it's like, okay, bedtime, but it's not bedtime. There's also supposed to be a money purse and like a scarf and a bunch of other different things. Do I need to like exit out of the chapter?
A busy day. I should sleep well.
Huh. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna exit out of the chapter and then reload the chapter. That was confusing. Trials of Salem. Sorry, you guys. I guess we have to do the conversation again. Thankfully it wasn't too... Oh, I can resume now. So I can resume from where I was. Or I can restart. Hello, Pillow Craze. Welcome. How are you today? Welcome to the Hollow stream. Good to see you. I guess restart this chapter? Okay, I'm gonna restart this chapter. You're doing great. Good. I'm happy to hear it. So weird, right, Sarah? Ooh, spooky bells ringing. Are you sure you want to restart this chapter? Yes, restart the chapter.
It does help pass the time, and at the very least, it's helped drive some evil thoughts away. I love Mills. Have you two had a good time playing?
Yes, a very pleasant time.
I hope your brother Samuel brings interesting news when he returns. It's already dark, so I expect he should be here any time. Oh, there he is now.
Time for a weird conversation.
I'm so glad to find my sister in such pleasant company. How are all you fair maids of Salem this evening?
Very well indeed. We have had a very busy time while you have been off delivering cargo. We have cared for the sick, performed numerous charitable acts, and still had time for some magical experiences. I doubt you can bring your time to such good account, even with your deliveries.
Indeed not. You have employed your time much better. Mine has been spent principally watching the south end of 2 horses.
Samuel!
I do hope everything went well for you.
Better than I expected.
You look well. Did you have any encounters with the Indians that are causing trouble north of here?
None at all. We are fortunate that the French have stirred up trouble with them principally in Maine so far.
I almost forgot. My mamma sent a letter with a postscript from your grandfather. Here it is. 'Tis best that you read it for yourself.
Bethia, this message pertains to a cargo we thought might need transporting this trip. I have to stable my horses. It would be great help if all of you would come with me and we can make light work of it.
We would be glad to help. You must be tired from your journey. We can meet you in the stable at once.
Jane, I am not sure how much you have surmised about what we are doing.
I believe I have a reasonable understanding and am prepared to help. I know your grandfather's feelings on what is going on with these trials, and I think you know my father's feelings as well.
That is well. Based on the message to Jane, we have little time and must act tonight.
I am not sure what this is all about.
I do not wish to frighten you, but the message I have received from my grandfather informs me that you are to be charged with witchcraft tomorrow.
I didn't imagine things could get worse, but if that were to happen, I think it would be more than my grandfather's heart could take. My dear Janie, my grandfather and other good men are working to find a legal way to put an end to these trials. However, they need time.
Yes, Miss True, and to buy them that time, the cargo I have been transporting has been principally those that are about to be caught up in the witchcraft trials. We are determined to stop these senseless deaths one way or another.
But where would I go? And what about grandfather and grandmother? If you are arrested tomorrow, you can be of little aid to them.
We are prepared to take you to my grandfather's land holdings west of here, which is named Framingham.
I've heard of Framingham, but still, what of my grandmother?
I have obtained new information concerning your grandmother. I took the chance of riding to Judge Corwin's last night and spoke with your grandmother by way of a barred window to her locked room.
Oh, how is she?
She is holding up well considering the circumstances.
That was a very dangerous undertaking.
It was absolutely necessary. And that brings me to my next point. I have good reason to believe that the groom who is functioning as Mrs. Bradbury's jailer will be at the Ship's Tavern tomorrow evening.
But what about Mr. Corwin and his family?
Why does she sound so familiar? So, for this game, Pillow Craze, they got Lonnie Manella to do almost all of the female voices. Nancy Drew herself, and it was kind of as a, like, stick it to 'em to her interactive that she did this game, since they had let her go shortly before this game.
His family is away in Boston, so it should be the perfect opportunity to sneak her out under cover of darkness.
It is a very daring plan, but it might just work.
This news is better than I could have ever hoped.
Samuel, it all relies on your returning by tomorrow evening to take Mrs. Bradbury.
This can definitely work. However, I will need to leave with Miss True as soon as I change these horses.
But I will need to tell my grandfather what is happening. Don't worry about that. I will speak with your grandfather and let him know everything that is occurring. Bethia, you are all kindness.
While you're readying the horses, I will run back in and collect Janie's cloak and whatever else I can conveniently bring.
My room is the next one past yours. Are you sure I shouldn't go and help you?
No, 'tis best that you remain here.
Okay. Sorry you guys had to watch that again, but we're supposed to go to Janie's room and we're supposed to collect her stuff. How much longer is this game? There's this chapter and then one more Demon Slayer. Okay, my room is the one past yours, so we're not supposed to go into our rooms. Did the game just glitch when you went into your room instead of Janie's? I think that must be what happened, because it hasn't happened before. So that's how we go down. This is how we would get to our room. So that's our room. So Janie's must be this one. Okay, here we go. No worries at all, so strange. Oh, no worries at all, Sarah. Definitely my bad. I should have been listening to what we were supposed to do. Okay, so this is Janie's room.
I still have to pack Janie's belongings.
Okay, so this is the bag that we must put things in. Got it. This appears to be a scarf, so we'll take a scarf along to keep us safe from the cold.
Nothing here.
Nothing here. Well, that's good because I can't see anything there anyway. Anything in her trunk? A change of clothes, money bag, bonnet, clothes. She has a big trunk. Okay, nothing else. Wouldn't have handled this low light house situation. Good thing I'm living in these days. Exactly. Same.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
We don't want to take the candle? Are you sure? It's gonna be dark outside. Aha. Cloak. So that, I think, is all the stuff that we need. So we put it in the bag. There we go. Money bag.
That should be everything.
Okay. So now we can take the bag.
There, all packed.
Got everything in our bag. I don't know why we're whispering inside our own house. Like, there's nobody that we need to be scared of in here. It's so creepy. Agreed. These people all have too many clothes. People of those days only really had 1 to 2 dresses unless they were very wealthy. Yeah, exactly. She's all like, I'll take everything I can reasonably carry and then can't take a small candle. Too much. A candle would be far too much. Okay, so now I'm guessing we have to go out to the horse, right?
Here's what I could find quickly for you, Janie. We will send the rest with your grandfather tomorrow.
Thank you ever so much.
We have trouble. While you were gone, some people have gathered outside talking who will surely see us leave, and we could have no explanation for our departure. You can imagine what would be said tomorrow when they come to arrest Miss True and they have seen me leave with her.
Bethia, you come with me while Janie and Samuel finish getting the horses ready. I have an idea how to encourage those people to busy themselves elsewhere. Samuel, when you hear the commotion, that is your cue to leave.
We will be ready.
The suspense is killing me. Why did you have us both put on our black cloaks and hoods and bring our black scarves?
I have an idea we might both be spectres tonight and scare the people blocking Samuel's route into running away.
How do you propose to accomplish that feat? With the sky overcast, it is so dark, no one will even see us.
By the application of natural substances to our scarves. Please hand me your scarf and I'll show you.
I guess we'll take our foxfire.
If we apply this glowing foxfire to our scarves like this, you can see the effect it has.
We're making it spooky. You asked your great-grandfather, and he said that people did not have to worry about the dark because they would fall asleep at sunset and rise at sunrise. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, a real-life history lesson. Thank you, Book Dragon. That's really neat. What do you do when the sun starts setting super early? Have super short days?
Put our scarves over our cloaks. The effect should be quite unnerving. All that is left is to walk out of the woods towards the people and watch them scatter.
Wondrous.
Oh my gosh.
This might actually be fun.
Nice green screen, Bethia.
Yes, it might. Are you ready?
Whenever you are.
Let's go.
It's awfully strange because no one's been there before.
Look there!
Spectres.
I'm the lady that ran away screaming.
That worked better than I could have ever expected, and Janie is off to safety.
Such good fortune.
And if anyone asks, we know exactly where our spectres were this evening. Now all we need to do is fold our scarves over to conceal the glow and walk back into the ordinary and go to bed.
So simple, but so effective.
Yes, I think we both deserve a good night's rest after a very busy day.
Work by candlelight. Oh my god, the green. Yes, Demon Slayer. I binge watched Victorian Farm, and you're right. I guess they did mention that. I totally kind of forgot about it. But that makes so much sense. I am too. Wait, hold on. Bethia? I'm just registering this absurd name. Yep, her name is Bethia. Okay, so now we're supposed to go to bed. Now it should hopefully let me go to sleep. I hope. Please don't break again and make me redo this entire chapter.
All set. Time for bed.
All set. Time for bed.
Tonight was wondrous.
Yay, it worked. Okay.
This has the potential to be a long but rewarding day.
Okay. We like long but rewarding days. I guess I should go get dressed. Oh my gosh, the smoldering logs look so cool.
What will I
pretty.
wear today?
We haven't worn the brown yet.
This matches the spirit of the day.
Cool.
All set.
And a bonnet. Okay. Gonna rotate through my green, blue, and brown dresses. Out we go. I'm guessing we just go downstairs, probably. Where I'm assuming Bethia's probably hanging out. Yes, there's Bethia doing some stitching, some sewing.
Good morning, Jane.
How are you this morning, Bethia?
Very well, and still a little amused at our excursion last night.
It was quite exciting to see everyone's reaction. Have you spoken to Mr. Bradbury yet?
I left a note in his room telling him I had news and to come knock on my door when he returned.
What did he say?
He was both surprised and relieved at the same time. He said he would continue with collecting signatures today so that no one's suspicions would be aroused. I believe he is ready for anything and most grateful.
That 'tis excellent news. Do you have word on how Rebecca Preston is faring this morning?
Not much improved, I'm afraid.
I know she has some cakes that need to be baked and delivered today. What would you think about visiting her and taking on that task?
I think that would be splendid. But how did you know about the cakes?
Actually, Corwin informed me that he would need cakes as usual.
I'm sure he did it in his inimitable way.
Well then, let's go.
Rebecca keeps her sifted flour and baking tins in the cabinet over there.
I hope these cakes meet Judge Corwin's standards.
Yes, Mrs. Corwin doesn't have Rebecca's way with the oven.
I'll get started while you look in on Rebecca. I hope you find her better this day.
Cooking puzzle. We get to make cake. Okay. She keeps her flour.
It looks like some of the goods that Mrs. Preston exchanges for her candles have been delivered.
Alright. Cake recipe. Fill measuring tin with flour and pour into cake tin. What is this? Is this?
This looks like the flour.
This is the flour.
We will need these eggs.
Eggs.
Ah, the sugar.
Sugar.
Salt.
Salt.
Looks like there's enough butter.
Butter.
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
This must be the yeast.
And yeast. Okay. Mixing bowl, cake tin. Fill measuring tin with flour. Pour into cake tin. Fill it with flour.
That's not right.
And pour it into the cake tin. Why the cake tin?
That takes care of the flour.
It's kind of a weird place. Wouldn't you put it in the mixing bowl? Fill measuring tin 3/4 with sugar. Okay. Sugar.
Sugar is added.
Added the sugar. 2 pinches of salt.
Salted.
1 salt.
Salt.
Oh, I guess I grabbed them all at once. Stir the dry ingredients together.
Those look mixed.
Nice and mixed. Okay. Put the spoon down, Jane. Put it down. Jane, put down the spoon.
That's not right.
Jane, put down
That's
the spoon.
not right.
Put it down. I need the directions. It feels like Lonnie is trying to fake an accent. Yeah, I don't think it's a great idea to have one person do so many different voices. 1, because it's obvious, and 2, because then that person needs to really stretch their abilities per se. Ooh, baking puzzle, my favorite. Exactly, Demon Slayer. Always wanted to make a Nancy Drew game recipe, but I don't know which one to make. I know people have made the Danger by Design cookies and have had success with those. The edges don't curl up, but they apparently taste good. Cake tins wouldn't have existed at this time. Yeah, it seems a little weird. Add 2 eggs. Oh wait, fill measuring tin quarter with butter and add to bowl. How do you fill a measuring tin with butter?
Wait, this goes in the bowl.
Oh, thank you
that
for stopping
takes care
me.
of the butter.
Love that lump of butter. Add 2 eggs to the bowl. 1 egg.
Eggs always make a cake better.
2 eggs. Metal trays and tins didn't become commonplace until the Victorian era. That makes sense. Come on, game. Learn your history. Fill the measuring tin quarter full with buttermilk and then add it to the bowl.
This is a nice recipe.
I do love good buttermilk. Pour about a 1/2 inch of yeast into the measuring tin. Fill the tin with water.
Perfect.
Add the yeast. Fill the measuring tin with water. Does that mean I have to back up and go get water? That's where I bake it. Okay, I got some water. I hope that was right.
That should do it.
Okay, added some water. Mix the wet ingredients and then pour the dry ingredients into the bowl and mix thoroughly.
That looks about right.
Okay, dry
Now
ingredients
to mix it all together.
in. Mix together.
Very nice. Everything is mixed.
Yum. We love. So now they have a baking puzzle too. When will the copying end? So true. Pour all ingredients from bowl into cake tin and then place the cake tin in oven for 20 minutes using an oven board.
Perfect. This looks like the cake tin. This looks like the cake tin.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Jane, for pointing that out. Okay, where's the baking board? Is this the baking board? That's the oven. Where's the board I'm supposed to use? All things going in the oven back then had to be stiff enough to stand up on their own. Interesting, because they didn't have cake tins. I mean, this is more involved than the mid-pancake thing. That's true, we actually are using the ingredients in this. This looks like the cake tin. Oh, is this? No, that's the horse brush. Oh, this thing. This thing? Ah, got it. It just didn't look that big in my inventory. Does it just sit there for 20 minutes? Can I close
I will
it?
start
Oh,
another cake while that one is baking.
I'll start another one. Another? Okay. Take it out with this thing, I'm guessing. Oh, what a beautiful little cake.
All done. These came out great. I can see why people love Rebecca's cakes, and they smell wonderful.
You're already done? You are so quick in the kitchen.
Play Waverly today. That's a great idea, Sarah. Get all those fall vibes.
Today it was truly a labor of love. Rebecca has an excellent cake recipe.
I think you may have even outdone Rebecca today.
As I have a particular interest in taking the cakes that go to Mr. Corwin, I would like to do that as soon as possible.
I completely understand. I will deliver the rest of them and take care of straightening up here. Samuel left Runner's brother, who looks almost just like him. He would be your best choice to take. His name is Trotter.
I hope when your brother gets married, he lets his wife name the children.
He's not very creative with horse names, is he?
Not really. I will see you at the ordinary when I return.
Waverly's the best game. Mel is the best girl. Agreed. Hello, Trotter.
You're as handsome as your brother.
You are literally the exact same horse. You can't fool me, game. Nice try, but that's definitely the exact same horse. Cake in general wouldn't have been super common. Sugar would have been very expensive, so they would have been sweetened with honey. Maybe, but again, more for the wealthy. Right. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that sweets would exactly be a thing that would happen a lot. It would probably only be for very special occasions. Not like, hey, daily I'm gonna have a cake. And I'm gonna have enough ingredients to make 3 of them.
You're as handsome as your brother.
I was also thinking, as far as analysis of soundtrack videos goes, you could also do a video on the best track. Ooh, that's true.
You're as handsome as your brother.
Ranking the tracks,
Time
that
to
would be
get you
super fun.
harnessed. There, now to fasten the buckles.
Now to fasten the buckles, a la Shadow Wrench. Here we go.
All set.
Okay, in we go. As a separate video from ranking all the soundtracks, that might be easier to analyze more objectively. True.
Let's see if we can find our way to Judge Corwin's today.
That probably would be a little bit more easy to be objective with. Easier to be more objective with. Yay, fall trees! I just love the music in the game so much.
I wonder if Judge Corwin is home.
How are they so good? Kevin Manthei is listed as the composer for basically all of them. So, whoever you are, Kevin Manthei, well done. I approve.
I remember you. You're the girl who delivered the candles for Rebecca Preston.
Who's your weird friend?
Yes, I am. I have brought you the cakes you were expecting.
Well, it's about time. Judge Stoughton and I were just about to go over to the courthouse. If you had been 5 minutes later, you would have had to have returned.
Punctuality is an admirable quality. Make sure you cultivate it in the future.
Thank you, I will.
Will, hand me your basket.
No, I'm thinking I'm gonna keep them for myself, you jerk.
These appear satisfactory. Make sure you have delivered my admonition concerning the candles, and I will expect the same delivered next week.
Now be about your errands. Judge Corwin and I are busy men and have no time to waste.
Why do I get the idea that these guys are like super sexist?
Thank you again.
Like super. Been listening to the study compilation like nonstop. Good choice. It's so good. I've been too. These hairstyles, they're so bad, aren't they? Nancy Drew is still my favorite mystery game series, even though I'm more active in another mystery game fandom. Ooh, which one, Pillow Craze? Super sexist can confirm.
So, Trotter, how long do you think they will be gone? My thoughts exactly. I would dearly like the opportunity to look around Judge Corwin's study for Mr. Bradbury's land grant. It is a chance I think I will take.
Danganronpa. I probably said that totally wrong. What's it about, Pillow Craze? Tell us more. I would dearly like the opportunity to look around Judge Corwin's study for Mr. Bradbury's land grant. It is a chance I think I will take. So...
Well, it is now or never. I'll leave you here, Trotter, and walk back over. Be a good boy and stay quiet.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be all sneaky. Walk.
I expect they should leave any moment now. Oh, here they come. I had better stay out of sight.
Hide. Bye, you awful people. Okay. Gonna sneak in the house. Does he not lock his door? Gonna just waltz in the front door. Oh yeah, you know, just walk right through the front door. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Okay. We're on to the finale chapter. Very exciting. Okay, we're gonna do our log out and log back in again. And I'm going to take one more quick fill up my water bottle and bathroom break. I will put on Ghost Dogs again for us. Or, ooh, should we do Message in a Haunted Mansion? Message in a Haunted Mansion can get kind of intense, though. Let's see. Trying to look for a couple good ones. Yeah, let's just do Ghost Dogs. Okay, I shall be right back. murder mystery game, anime style, about 16 talented high school students being trapped and forced to kill each other, and you, the player, must solve the murder. Ooh, that sounds intense, but very cool. Yay, soundtrack! Bodacious guy. So honestly, we need this desperately as a ringtone. The Ghost Dogs or Bodacious guy? It would certainly wake you up. I wouldn't be able to stand it. I'd stop sleeping through alarms. There you go, because it's so horrifying. It would be like, time to wake up. I must stop it. It must now be a tradition to finish all Miss Clue streams with Bodacious guy. I think that's fair. So glad you suggested, because I was like high-key going to be like, can we watch Bodacious guy at the end? Will there be one of those songs in the end? Not in this particular one. The only Miss Clue game that ends with a horrifying soundtrack is Formula for Danger, the first one. They must have realized after that one that it didn't make any sense whatsoever. Love this track. Me too! It's so good. Ugh, Ghost Dogs is amazing. Love it. All right. Last chapter, the finale chapter. Nancy Drew games end with pictures of the queen. Miss Clue ends with Bodacious Sky. There you go, Demon Slayer. Good plan. I like it. Miss Clue, Trials of Salem. Chapter 6, the finale. Right, Sarah? And you'd never think that they were short.
Now, where would he have put that land grant?
Because they actually loop well, unlike the Miss Clue soundtracks. Where would he have put that land grant? In here?
No, not the one. No, no, no. Whose land is this? It's not here.
Guess he's just taking everyone's land
so
grant.
So many documents, so little time. So many documents, so little time.
Oh, I forgot to turn the volume back up on the game. There we go. The gossip theme from Warnings I can listen to on loop. Oh yes, I can listen to all of the Waverly songs on loop for sure. I think Waverly is my favorite
Not what
one.
I'm looking for.
But literally everything in Waverly I'm happy with.
Not what I'm looking for. There's no land grant here. It's not here. So many documents, so little time.
So many documents, so little time. Things you say to yourself.
Who can that be?
Uh-oh. Crap, where can I hide? Oh, under the table. Tablecloth.
I told you these documents we would need in court today were here.
It is a good thing you remembered that before we got all the way to the courthouse. By the way, have you spoken to Mrs. Bradbury yet?
Of course. I explained the options to her 2 nights ago. That will give her a couple of days to stew over them before her husband comes with his petition.
What did she say?
She's a tough old bird, but given her options, what choice does she have but to encourage her husband to sign?
Do you think she really believed we would let her go if her husband signed over the land grant?
Certainly. I was very convincing.
Do you have everything arranged to arrest Mr. Bradbury for being a wizard as soon as he has signed?
Everything is at the ready. All Sheriff, my nephew George, will pick him up the moment he leaves this house.
And if he brings this land transfer up at trial?
I have already anticipated that. George is in the process of picking up Mr. Bradbury's granddaughter, Miss True, even as we speak.
A very strategic move.
I thought so. Mr. Bradbury will know that if he does not keep quiet at trial about the land grant, his granddaughter will be the one to pay for his indiscretions.
Then everything is arranged, and I may sleep easy.
Nothing can go amiss now.
Jeesh. These are some evil dudes. The whole soundtrack is so good. So I have a box of mini bars because we're handing out candy, and these things are so dangerous. I don't know how many of them are going to get to the kids. Keep them all, Demon Slayer.
I can't believe what I just heard. Corwin plans to have Mrs. Bradbury executed, even if her husband signs over the land grant. Those two have no heart. I have to find that land grant.
They don't have souls. Never mind hearts. So many documents, so little time. Me writing my dissertation. Oh, how is that going, Sarah? Unless you definitely don't want to talk about, which I would also understand.
This could be it.
First, you're not getting a ton of candy. Same. You're binging mini Smarties, Reese's, Oreos, and Rockets. Oreo? Oreo. Some of those I've never heard of. Yeah, I haven't heard of those either. Arrows and Rockets. What are those? Because they are probably delicious. James, are you going senile? They said that earlier.
So many documents, so little time.
Waverly is so good.
No. Where would he have put that? This is it. Judge Corwin will never forge a name to this document now.
Not with Miss Clue on the case. In 1692. Oreos are delicious. Are they like chocolatey? Are they fruity? Okay, sneaking away, sneaking away. We love yellow trees. Oreo bars are chocolate, and their big thing is they're bubbly. Like lots of mine and mini air, I can't talk. Air bubbles so that they melt nice. Oh, cool. Oh, Aero bars. Like, yeah, like filled with air. Got it. Yeah, and what are rockets? Oh, they make mint ones too? Yum. Rockets are kind of fruity, chalky candies, so kind of like Smarties, probably?
I dearly wish I could speak with Mrs. Bradbury, but I'm afraid that I will have to wait till tonight. You've been a good boy, Trotter. Let's get back to the ordinary and see if Bethia has any news about Samuel.
Okay, let's get back to the ordinary. No, Smarties have chocolate. Oh, okay, in the US, Smarties do not have chocolate. Rockets sound like US Smarties.
You're as fine a horse as your brother, Trotter. It's time for you to go back in your stall.
Your Smarties have chocolate? I know, my thought too, Sarah. My mind has just been
some
blown.
grain after that outing.
If you've ever had those candy necklaces, they taste similar. Yeah. What? I love this. LOL, me too. This is amazing. What are Smarties like in the US? So they look like little tablets. Like they're tiny, round, chalky, pastel-colored, fruity candies. And they're really hard. Like you chew them and the consistency is definitely like chalk. Candy is so different everywhere. It's so cool. Yes, that's rockets. Interesting. I wonder why they call them something different. Maybe because you guys had Smarties already, so then they called them something different? Because now I'm curious, what are your guys' Smarties like? Do they have stuff in them? The animations in this game are like 2000s Nancy Drew games, right? Which I approve of. I'm here for it. This is so cool!
Here's some grain for you. The groom will be out shortly to give you a rub down.
Canadian Smarties are honestly not a very good candy. They're kind of like non-peanut M&Ms. Okay, sure. I mean, non-peanut M&Ms are super good. I like the peanut M&Ms too. I'm down for anything chocolate, really. Okay, so I have to talk to Bethia. I love that my bonnet is just in my inventory. Like I'm carrying it around and it's not on my head or something.
Jane, did you have any trouble with Judge Corwin?
Nothing to speak of. He was there with Judge Stoughton, and they were as cordial as ever.
That unpleasant?
How did you guess?
Not much guesswork in their case.
Similar to M&Ms, but just don't hit as hard. Gotcha. Rockets are exactly the same as our Smarties. Like, they're even packaged the same. I wonder if, are they made by the same company?
Have you heard anything from Samuel yet?
Nothing yet, but I am sure he will be back this evening.
In Canada, they were called Rockets to avoid confusion with Nestle Smarties that already existed. Gotcha. And Canadian Smarties kind of look like bigger milk chocolate M&Ms. Well, this is very interesting, and it sounds like they're the same in the UK as well. So the Canadian and the UK versions are similar. And then the US is over here being weird, just like we are about the metric system.
We only have a small window of time when the groom has gone to the ship's tavern. If Samuel is not back soon, I will leave in the cart and hope for the best.
If it comes to that, I will wait here and let him know what has happened.
It's starting to get dark. I'm going to my room to change, just in case.
Okay, so we have to go change and then go out to the cart. You USA, always being the rebellious child, right? I want to do it my way. I want to be different.
I wish I could send a letter to my mama and let her know what is happening, but I daren't reduce this to writing. Now to get ready, just in case.
So USA. Wait, also Canadian Smarties have way cooler colors than our M&Ms. Yeah, because we basically just have primary colors, don't we? With like a couple like orange and green. Canada also has coffee crisps. I don't like coffee, but they're very popular. That sounds so good. I love coffee flavored like ice cream and chocolate.
Well, at least Trotter and I will match. With his black coat and my matching cloak, we will be a difficult pair to sport.
Okay, so I'm changed. I'm ready to go. Am I wearing the cloak already? Last time I had to get the cloak separate. Yeah, their Smarties have more like pastel, prettier colors. Oh, cool. I guess in the spring we sometimes get like fun colored M&Ms.
You look ready for adventure, but it is a risk.
But a risk worth taking. We have to do what we can.
I wish Samuel would get here.
Oh no, we definitely have Reese's and they are the best Demon Slayer. It would be so sad if we didn't have Reese's. Coffee Crisp kind of looks like a Kit Kat, but rectangular and chunkier. That sounds delicious.
No more than I. But don't forget, you need to talk with Mr. Bradbury as soon as he comes in and prepare him to leave with Samuel.
Don't worry, I'll handle everything, and as soon as Samuel shows up, I'll send him on to meet you.
Well, 'tis dark now, so I can't wait any longer. I must leave for Corwin's without any further delay.
Godspeed.
Awesome question, Sarah. What's everyone's favorite candy bar? I think mine actually is Reese's. Like, I could eat Reese's all day, every day. For you, either Reese's Cups Crunch or Kit Kat. All the chocolate. Caramilk, I don't think is familiar. We don't have Aero bars. Yeah. What is Caramilk? I'm assuming it's got, like, it's milk chocolate with caramel, probably? I'm guessing. I forget what's the brand. I'm not American, but the one with coconut. Oh, Almond Joys?
Trotter, we have to go out one more time today, and this will be our most dangerous trip yet, but also our most rewarding if we are successful.
Because yes, Almond Joys and Mounds with the coconut are so good. Mounds is dark chocolate and just coconut, and Almond Joys are milk chocolate with an almond in the middle and coconut. Love Reese's, but I'm more of a sour type candy person. Ooh, Sour Patch Kids are super good. That's probably my favorite fruity candy, is Sour Patch Kids.
You're a pretty boy.
We have to go out again today, so I have to go get him his riding stuff. We need to have like a candy exchange program. I agree. I think so. That's the main one I think of when I think of coconut. Milk chocolate pockets with caramel. Yum. Caramel's always good. Yeah, I think it's Almond Joy. Yeah, those are so delicious. Very much into those. Bounty is also a good coconut bar. I don't know if I know what Bounty is.
Time to get you harnessed.
But yeah, anything with coconut I would be so down for. Okay, harness. Harness.
All set.
And now I'm super hungry. I'm gonna have probably my last butternut squash mac and cheese from Trader Joe's for lunch when the stream is done, and I'm so excited. Those are so good.
Be as stealthy as you can, Trotter. We don't want to alarm anyone.
Stealthy horse. Stealthy Trotter. I feel like it's impossible to be stealthy when you have a horse and, like, you know, clippity clop and a loud carriage bouncing around, a loud wooden carriage. We don't have Kinder. You can get Kinder from like specialty places, but Kinder, I've tried it and it is so good.
Going to bring back Mrs. Bradbury, so you must be quiet for me one more time, Trotter.
Kinder eggs are amazing. I don't think I've ever had the eggs. Do we have Bounty? I haven't seen Bounty, Sarah, or heard of Bounty, but we might? I don't know. OMG butternut squash mac and cheese. It is amazing, Sarah. Highly recommend. You can get Kinder here. It's so good, but yeah, only at specialty spots. Exactly. Must be quiet for one more time, Trotter. We are going to bring back Mrs. Bradbury. Okay, so we are heisting the old lady. Your friend brought Kinder from Germany, which is even better. Yes. That's where I had it originally, because my mom used to visit Germany pretty frequently, and she got us Kinder at one point. It was so good. Bounty sounds vaguely familiar. I've never had an egg. There's a toy in the eggs? Oh, jealous. Now I want the eggs.
I hope the groom has found the ship's tavern as enticing tonight as he thought it would be the other afternoon. Because if he's here, this is going to be a very short trip.
Just open the doors, he's there, and then we run. Because for some reason in the USA, you can own a machine gun, but not a Kinder Egg because they be dangerous. That is a great description of the US. They should sell Kinder in the States without the toy. Is that why they're considered dangerous? Because there's like a toy in them? Yeah, because that wouldn't make any sense. So it would be legal. Truly, right?
Are you there, Mrs. Bradbury?
Yes, I've been hoping you would come.
How did you know I would?
Hide!
In the stable, quick! Hop in, Jane.
So, I find you here at night as well as in the day.
Oh, I'm really bad at hiding. Okay, that wasn't a good hiding. I think they were banned because kids choked on the toys. Oh no. But yeah, that's super hypocritical in general.
Hide!
Okay. Do I hide to the left? Do I hide to the right? Hide to the... Oh my gosh.
What are you doing here, young woman?
Nothing. Why didn't your mouth move? You're the weirdo, not me.
Someone is coming. Hide!
The toy is in a bright yellow pod? See, like, why isn't this a good hiding spot?
So, I find you here at night as well as in the day.
He wouldn't come here, and then I would just hide down on the floor. There's no way he would find me. Unless, do I have to put this back?
Someone is coming. Hide!
Oh, I have to put it back. Okay, I get it. Okay, put it back and then hide, so he doesn't know that someone else is here.
I see you are safe for the night. With my groom in town, I wanted to assure myself that he had not failed to secure your room.
As you can see, I'm quite safely detained here.
Remember our discussion and what you and your husband must do when he comes tomorrow.
I have not forgotten our discussion.
Very well. I will see you tomorrow.
Book Dragon, you're right. He does sound like Mr. Topham. Oh my gosh, I wonder if it's the same voice actor. That would be so funny. So American kids choke on the toys, but no one else. Oh no, it's so true. The toy comes in a capsule, so like I don't know how that happened. The toy's in a whole different container in a bright yellow pod. So I'm Googling candy available in Canada and not the US, and I'm sad for you guys. You don't get Swedish berries. What are Swedish berries? Because they sound delicious. Okay, wait, I opened the door and then I like closed it on her.
Are you all right, Mrs. Bradbury?
I am fine. Do you really think this will work?
Before we leave, let's push some straw up into the shape of a person and cover it with your blanket.
What are chocolate buttons? We don't really have Cadbury's products here. Yeah, those are hard to find too. I have to shove the straw into the shape of a person. Yeah, this is super convincing. Well done, Jane.
Oh, that really looks quite realistic.
Yes, but it needs something.
Give it a bonnet. Give it a bonnet.
Now that looks perfect.
How did you come to have a bonnet just like the one I wear?
It was a gift from Rebecca Preston. She said it might provide protection in the dark.
It is often said she is foresighted, and that should buy us some time if anyone looks in.
Reddish gummies shaped like raspberries. Oh, that sounds delicious. No Swedish berries? Oh my god, they're the best. I'm so sad for y'all. We don't have wine gummies? See, I feel like wine gummies would be so popular here. Why on earth don't we have them? Chocolate buttons are just sort of like chocolate discs. Yeah, chocolate button-sized things. Twirls. What are twirls? Simple but delicious. When I lived in England, I was like exclusively eating twirls. No Maltesers. Maltesers? Maltesers. We don't have those, no. I've heard Dillagrissy talk about those. The YouTuber from Australia that I watch, the Sims YouTuber, she's talked about those, but what are they? Wine gummies would be so popular here, right? Every suburban mom would hoard wine gummies. It's like, that sounds so American. I'm kind of upset that it's not a thing, because it should be.
Everything is arranged. Let's make haste before Corwin comes back.
Lead the way. I will follow you.
Twirls are flaky chocolate things. No crispy crunch. Maltesers are so good. They're in the UK. We have something like that here. Hold on. Okay, Whoppers. Oh, okay. Maltesers are Whoppers. Maltesers are like mini chocolate-covered biscuit balls. Oh yeah,
I have
Whoppers.
the cart by the woods this way.
I'm right behind you.
Got it, Whoppers. Okay, so we're stealing away Mrs. Bradbury in the night. Maltesers are kind of fizzy chocolate-covered bits. Canada is the baby of the UK, so we have a lot of similar stuff.
I brought a cloak for you as well to keep warm.
That is a comfort.
We are to drive toward the ordinary, and we will be met on the way by Samuel Phipps and your husband, and they will take you to safety in Framingham.
Oh, my husband? That is wonderful.
I should also tell you that I was outside the window and overheard Corwin's offer of clemency in exchange for your husband's land. However, just this afternoon, I overheard Stoughton and Corwin discussing their plan to execute you, even if your husband signs over the land grant.
That is not surprising. I never thought he would let me escape execution.
Ketchup and all-dressed chips. All dressed? What does that mean? Like extra spices? I've heard of digestive biscuits, my history girl, but I don't know actually what they are. Like, what do those actually taste like? Because it sounds like something that you would eat to, like, help your digestive system. Like, we have something similar to that starts with an M, but they're like a cookie that you eat that are supposed to help you stay regular, but I don't know if that's what digestive biscuits are. I maybe exclusively ate candy when I lived in the UK. I don't blame you, Sarah. It sounds fantastic. Is Mrs. Bradbury also Lonnie Manella? Yup, sure is. They went a little overboard with Lonnie Manella in this one. Maltesers, twirls, buttons. OMG, no, they aren't popular here, which is absurd. God damn it. McVitie's? What are McVitie's? Digestive biscuits are good with tea. Yum. Okay, no, it's not helping you stay regular. That's what I thought too. I love me some digestives. Canada be with that. They're like dry cookies that you dip in tea. Well, that sounds wonderful.
Well, now it seems he has little to say about that.
I can hardly wait to see my husband. With all this rushing to get away, I still don't know who my savior is.
My name is Jane Darcy, and I am here with Bethia Phipps, the granddaughter of Thomas Danforth.
Mr. Danforth has always been a just man.
McVitie's is a popular digestive biscuit brand. You dip it in tea, and some of them come with chocolate covers. Yum!
Yes, he is. And his grandchildren Samuel and Bethia deserve to be remembered for their part in stopping this madness as well.
Oh, it's our owl friend. He's back.
Aren't you a nice owl?
He is more than that. He is my lookout. Let's pull over here.
Lest we be caught.
That is surprising.
We don't have any black currant Rabena. I miss Rabena so much. Black currant is great, but I'm Canadian. Huh.
'Tis an interesting story. Your granddaughter, Miss True, and I were out for a walk the other evening, and we came across this owl, and he appeared to be injured. Janie bent down and placed her hands about him, and then he was better and flew away.
She does seem to have inherited that gift. It is not uncommon in my family, as my grandmother could oftentimes do the same.
All of this is just kind of telling me that when Mr. WizardKitten and I eventually get to go on our honeymoon to the UK, that I just need to, like, stock up on candy and go to all the places that sell candy.
It is a wonderful gift.
I do hope Samuel and my husband have not met with any trouble.
How do you all pronounce that? Here they call it Ribena. Yeah, how is it supposed to be pronounced? Blackcurrant juice? That sounds so yummy.
As do I.
An extra suitcase just for goodies, exactly.
I
Ribena.
think I see someone coming. Let's pull over.
I agree.
I agree.
I can't make out who is coming.
Neither can I.
Hopefully Samuel.
Hello, Jane. I understand you have decided to become a competitor in the cargo hauling business.
Certainly not by choice. I was afraid we wouldn't see you before we got to the ordinary.
Aw, is this going to be a really sweet reuniting moment?
Mary, are you all right?
I am fine, especially now that you are here.
Mr. Bradbury, I have serious news for you. Corwin and Stoughton are not as they appear. They have been conspiring to force you to sign over your land grant in Maine in exchange for Mrs. Bradbury's pardon. However, their aims are far more sinister. As soon as you put your signature to the grant, they plan to arrest you and proceed with your wife's execution, using Janie as leverage to enforce your silence at the trial. Your wife can fill you in on the details as you travel.
As we spirited Miss True away to safety last night, their evil plan will never be fulfilled.
Bethia told me all about last night, and our family will always be in debt to both you and Miss Darcy.
If we're getting in a Canada versus US, Canada craft dinner is better. Like your mac and cheese. I'm probably firmly on the side that Canada is just overall doing better, Demon Slayer. I think I would agree with you on that one. This is making me nostalgic. You'll have a beautiful honeymoon. I've never been to the UK and I really want to go so bad. Once things are safe again, we are very excited to go visit. This animation is so much better than mid. It really is.
We are all so happy to have been able to help you.
We have one problem that I'm not sure how to solve. It seems Runner has pulled a tendon in his right foreleg, and I'm not sure how much further he can go.
Could we exchange Runner and Trotter, and then have you on your way?
I'm not sure that Runner would even be able to pull your cart back to the ordinary.
That's all right. I can walk and lead him.
Before we do that, let me have a look at his leg.
She does have a way with animals sometimes.
Hi, Scanlan. It's so good to see you. Been a while. I've been busy. I'm glad to see you go
Looks
live
fine
again.
to me now. Perhaps you are mistaken.
That's amazing. When we looked to him a ways back, I would have thought he couldn't have made it more than another mile at most.
I've seen her do that before, but I am always...
I told Miss Darcy that helping animals does seem to run in our family.
It's so good to see you, Scanlan. Welcome to the stream. The Hollow Stream.
From what I have seen, there's little doubt of that.
Then it looks like we're ready to go.
This live stream is exactly what I needed. I'm so glad Sarah had such a rough week. Oh. I'm so sorry. And you are all so lovely. I agree. What a wonderful group of fellow detectives. You guys are all so fantastic.
Oh, I have one more piece of good news for you, Mr. Bradbury. I had the chance to look around Corwin's study this afternoon when he was out, and found your land grant which Stoughton had provided him from the archives in Boston.
This is good news indeed.
With your land grant back in your possession, they have no way forward, so all their schemes have been for naught.
Take care getting back to the ordinary, Miss Darcy.
Just make sure you deliver your cargo safely.
Don't worry about that, I will.
In that case, I am officially out of the cargo business.
Way darker than Nancy Drew, for sure.
Here I am again in Boston, having just returned last evening from Salem. Who would have thought so much could have transpired in so few days? I have a great deal to put down, but time and discretion dictate that I wait until my return to Pemberley before giving a full account. One of the most interesting aspects of living in this new world is that it seems to bring out the most evil intents of men, but also the most wondrous gifts of the heart, as demonstrated by extreme kindness and courage. And as is always the case, the good will triumph over the evil. I have already heard that both Corwin and Stoughton are furious, as it seems so many of their plans are coming unravelled. However, the best news is that Mr. Danforth has been working with Governor Phipps and has put in place the structure necessary to dismantle the court of Oyer and Tamina, and in the acceptance of spectral evidence in all forthcoming proceedings. I am quite confident that we have seen the last of the hideous decisions which have led to so much heartbreak and misery for the inhabitants of our new world. It will be interesting to see how future generations will judge what has occurred in Salem, and how those responsible will attempt to hide their culpability. I know that there is much work for Mr. Danforth in the forthcoming months, but I am certain that the ultimate resolution is in good hands, as he is an honest and godly man. I have to close for now, as Mamma is waiting for me, as we will soon be boarding the ship for home. Have no fear, I will not soon forget what has happened the last few days, and will make certain to record everything so at least our family will know what happened.
What an astounding account! Who would have known?
Indeed, I am so glad that my distant aunt preserved what otherwise would have been lost forever. It is actually a wonderful inheritance for everyone in our family.
Yes, a history from a very trying time.
I am so proud that my Aunt Jane accomplished so much by listening to the spirit of her conscience and following through, even when the situation looked most dire. All this excitement I almost forgot. Papa has asked if I could plan a visit to the Cavendishes, which works out perfectly, as I had been hoping to spend some time with our daughter Mariah. It will be so good to visit with Mariah in person. I feel she has much to say which she is not comfortable including in her letters.
Isn't the diamond referred to as the Devil's Heart owned by the Cavendish family?
Yes, precisely the ones.
I've heard that the Devil's Heart carries a curse.
Yes, I have also heard that. So, if no one minds, I will leave you to a wonderful evening and retire to start putting things together for my upcoming visit and see what I can discover about the curse of the Devil's Heart.
Congratulations. You have solved the mystery behind Trials of Salem. Curse of the Devil's Heart coming February 2017? Huh. I haven't heard about that one. Curse of the Devil's Heart. Yeah, we only have on here. Maybe that's one I'd have to pay for. Because Peril of Pemberley I know you have to pay for. Cruise Most Deadly you don't, and I actually haven't played Cruise Most Deadly yet. So that might be the next time we do a Miss Clue stream, it might be Cruise Most Deadly. Which, if you look at the very first page of Cruise Most Deadly, you can pretty easily see which game we're ripping off. Starting right away. Like, yeah, super easy. Oh, I love Coraline, Sarah! I love the cat representation in Coraline, because very frequently cats do not get good representation in films. They're always evil, and cats are not evil. Miss Clue's an awesome mystery game. Haven't played them yet, but the graphics look good. I hope to get the game sometime. Yes, you can play several of them for free on virtualfamilykingdom.com, Scanlan, and then there's others that you can purchase as well. But they are fun. They're blatant Nancy Drew knockoffs, but they sure are fun. Good for a Nancy Drew fix. Looking forward to this all week. I'm so glad, Demon Slayer. I love and fear that movie, for sure. I remember it was so creepy but cool. Definitely. Environment here is pretty good. OMG the owl. It never came out? I don't know. This is really loud. seems like another stream. Yeah, I don't know if it never came out, or maybe it's just one that you have to pay for. Miss Clue, Curse of the Devil's Heart. It could be like a mid-version. Just Googled it and it hasn't come out. Weird. Miss Clue is pulling a her. Oh my gosh, it never came out. But they finished a different one instead? Did they just shelve it and then decide to do a different game? Very confusing. Or maybe that's what the Peril at Pemberley one is? And they just renamed it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. What are you doing, Miss Clue? Ripping off Danger on Deception Island? Oh, yeah. Exactly. It definitely starts that way, for sure. No, Coraline. Cats have terrible representation. Yes. Crew's most deadly. Bodacious Guy? Okay. We can do Bodacious Guy. Let me put up my loading screen while I pull up the Bodacious Guy song. Ask and you shall receive. It's gonna have to be another stream inception though, so you're gonna have like me talking and then like you guys reacting in the stream, because I'll just pull up the one from our stream. Is Miss Clue still doing games? I don't actually know. That's a very good question. Missed the rest of the stream. The parade happened and it was really fun. Now I'm going grocery shopping. Very nice, Musical Blonde. Well, I'm glad the parade was really fun, and I hope you have some good grocery shopping. Actually laughing aloud that we're making you pull up Bodacious Guy. 'Tis evil. Okay, Miss Clue, where are you? There you are, Formula for Danger. I love this stream of Inception. It's fun to reread the original time we all lost our minds. It was definitely a lose your minds kind of experience, for sure. I gotta find it. Oh my god, her lisp is even in the singing. Gosh, the ending puzzle and Formula for Danger is just an absolute mess. It's so difficult.
And the future looks so bright for everyone. I am off to Scotland to attend Anne and Noah's wedding.
Here.
His family has a beautiful estate in the Highlands, and I can hardly wait.
You can hear it? Is it starting already? We can't see. Okay, I'll fix it. I didn't realize you guys could hear that already. Okay, there we go. Oh gosh.
Talk to you soon. Love, Jane. P.S. While I'm there, I'm going to be spending a few days at our home in Pemberley. Pemberley holds so many stories about our family. I can hardly wait.
I know her lisp. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know. I don't think you're ready for this. FBI, open up. They can't marry Anne as a child. She definitely sounds like one. Come on, load the ending. Don't keep them in suspense, game. They need... You can see your comments from before. Perfect.
Up at the break of dawn, you're always out and gone. You hit the beach in the sun and surfing. You say you love to fly. I never wonder why. Your spirit soars when you are off and surfing. Surf's up, the waves are crashing in. But you say I am everything to you.
Your comments are gold.
I am all that makes up you. I'm catching some rays. Ooh, I'm riding the waves. Ooh. You're surfing near and far. Don't wonder where you are. You call and tell me you are off and surfing.
Say the next name now.
Girl, I'm your bodacious girl. The words don't matter in the sun.
What? the heck is this?
Surf's up, the waves are crashing in. And you say I am everything to you.
Well, I found my new ringtone. What the cheesy boof?
That makes up you. I'm catching some rays.
Oh wow, it's still going.
I'm riding the waves.
Bodacious girl.
Beach and sand and surf and curl. I am your
Mel, come
bodacious
join.
girl. Moon and
You have
stars
to see
and
this.
sun and sky. You're my total surfing guy. Surf's up, the waves are crashing in.
Yeah, sing it.
And you say I am everything to you. You're sand and surf and sun that I am.
Oh my god, her lisp is even in the singing. Oh no, there we go. Your guys' comments are even like just as good the third time we've now listened to this song. It's Halloween, we need to be scared. Up at the break of dawn. This game seems cool. They are fun, Scanlan. Surf's up, rad. I am everything to you. You, I'm everything to you. Thank you very much, Lindsay. Thank you, Sarah, for the providing the lyrics for us. So hilarious to see our comments. I know the horror that everyone felt when this came on brought me so much joy. Just knowing what was coming. It was great. I love it. Literally bopping my head. Me too. I sit here bopping along and crying from laughter. Agreed. The bridge is totally stolen from Soak Up the Sun. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm everything to you. You. This is so weird. What's going on? Good question, Scanlan. Nobody knows. Oh, we were discussing about Nancy Drew sorting houses. Exactly. We were. And some people were very bravely trying to ignore the song and continue that discussion. Which is fair. I understand. What makes it better is there wasn't even surfing in the game. It's so random. Exactly. What even is... It comes out of nowhere. I love how I've gone from like, wow, what, in these comments to now, I love this. Well, that was random. Exactly, Scanlan. Isn't it great? I haven't laughed this hard. This is called Stockholm Syndrome. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That is called Stockholm Syndrome. Oh my gosh, you're so right, my history girl. I'm riding the waves. Ooh. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate the lyrics for sure. This is now tradition. I was bopping and laughing too. I mean, they aren't half-bed singers, but still. Yeah, no, it's just the randomness and the lyrics is just painfully weird. Love it so much. This is the anthem of the channel. When we eventually have merch too, that can be part of our merch. Bodacious guy. Bodacious girl. There can be, you can pick which one you want. You can have the Bodacious guy t-shirt or the Bodacious girl t-shirt. I should dress up as the Bodacious guy for Halloween. Do it. Make our knockoff Nancy Drew inspired fan games. I love it. Our own. Time to make a Surf Shack guy. Love it. I want a Bodacious girl shirt. I'm dead. I want one too. I love it. Someday, no one will understand. Yes, that's my favorite thing about certain merch things is like it makes absolutely no sense and no one would ever understand it. And yet it's fantastic and wonderful. And perfect. I'm here for the Bodacious shirts. Good. One day when the channel is successful enough to have merch. Yeah, exactly. Just like onion soup. There will be an onion soup, Bodacious girl and guy shirts. And it'll be fantastic. Okay, honestly, we need merch. Oh, it'd be amazing. Someday, a wizard kitten can dream. All right. Well, fellow detectives, thank you so very much. Oh, yeah, through the wall. Exactly. Seriously, though, Redbubble. Are you going to stream again later? Not today, but it is very possible at some point that we'll get another stream again soon. I don't know exactly when, but we'll continue our Wednesday uploads. I do have a new Nancy Drew analysis video that I'm quite pleased that I was able to finish coming up on Wednesday for you guys. So there's that to look forward to. And as usual, if I'm going to stream again, I'll let you know on the Discord and the Instagram. Both of those are linked in any of my most recent videos, so if you don't follow those, you certainly can. It also helps to subscribe if you haven't already, so then you can get notifications about when we do go live. Don't forget Through the Wall shirts, exactly. But yes, I think I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Saturday, our at-home Halloween with Mr. WizardKitten and Mel. It'll be wonderful. What does everyone else have planned for your Saturday, your Halloweens? I hope it's great if you celebrate Halloween. This made my whole week. I'm so glad, Sarah. Sending you a virtual hug. Yes. Exactly, Katie. I miss the weekend streams so much. I look forward to the time when we can come back and make them regular again, Demon Slayer. Hype. I miss our streams so much. So glad there's so many friends are here. I know it was so nice to catch up with all of you again. Have a great Halloween. Thank you, Musical Blonde. You too. Everyone have a lovely Halloween as well. Oh, of course, Soap. Thank you so much for coming. I very, very much appreciate all of you. Oop, that's loud. There we go. Stay safe. Thank you, Pillow Craze. You too. So good to see all of you. Is Mel wearing a costume? I think she would try to kill me in my sleep if I tried to put her in a costume. She would be greatly upset. I would think it's adorable, but she would not. Bye, Katie. Take care. Happy Halloween. Yes, Scanlan for sure. I have homework. Aw. I'm sorry, Demon Slayer. I'm sorry you have homework on Halloween. Oh, you too, Sarah. You have a little bit of work too, and then play Waverly. Yes, treat yourselves. After you finish your work, make sure you do something fun. Or if you need to take a break in the middle of your work. Breaks are good. This was so much fun. I'm so glad, Book Dragon. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful Halloween, everyone. I agree, Demon Slayer. Sending love to you all. Have a spooktacular evening. Yes, Candle and Waverly. All right, well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you enjoyed this stream, please feel free to hit the little thumbs up button, a little like. And I hope you enjoy the videos coming out. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. But thank you all so much. Happy Halloween. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, my history girl. Goodbye, Demon Slayer. Aw, thank you, Sarah. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, all.